Hi guys, sorry about that. I had technical issues with my computer and I had to reboot it. And it's trying to do a virus scanner update right when I started. No, I know I have protection. I don't need to update it. And it locked me out of everything. So we're here finally. Let me do this so I can see what's going on the other side. Make sure that's muted. Turn the analytics on. There we go. Normally I have all this stuff set up before we even start. So I had to, right when I started the stream, my computer decided it wanted to the antivirus software wanted to update, and it screwed everything all to hell. So we're here. Hey Mike, how are you? Hey Norm. We're gonna start working on the Phantom tonight. Finished the video live on the GTO yesterday, day before. I don't remember. And the Firebird video went up yesterday, and I think the video for this one went up today, I do believe, for the one I'm starting, the Blue Angels F4 Phantom. Hey Jim, how are you tonight?
Hey Bob, doing good. How about yourself?
Not bad, not bad, not bad. So my computer decided to update right in the middle when I started the stream, and I had to.
Yeah, I heard. Oh, I hate when that happens. So when last I was on, a couple of weeks ago, the first time I was on, I talked to you about how basically the funny part about how I was thinking of starting a model and you had actually done the thing on the GT. Well, I got her finished.
Cool.
I don't know what color it looks on yours. I mean, it's actually purple, but it's to me a gloss purple. But yeah, it came out
Yeah,
pretty
it's got.
good.
I can see that bluish purple tint hue to it, but
Yeah,
looks good.
yeah, my screen looks more blue, but and I took inspiration from you with the on the inside and masked the heck out of the inside and sprayed that color in the middle of the seats and through the middle of the dash
Yeah,
and everything.
did a dual color paint job. Yeah, it really turns out well.
Yeah, yeah, I took a nice inspiration from you on that. But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, not bad for a $16 car.
Yeah, well, I got well, technically I got it for free, kind of. It was part of a raffle at Down East Con up at in Maine when I went. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm going to take mine to the IPMS show next month. Put it on the
oh
table.
yeah, nice,
Yep.
very good.
I haven't decided if I'm going to put it in curbside or on the regular thing because technically it has a motor in it, even though it's just the top. So it could go either way. It depends on what else I take because you can only be judged on one car in each category or one plane or one whatever.
Oh, I see. Yep.
So like if I can't, it doesn't make sense to carry both my Pro Street Firebirds to the show because I'll only judge one.
Yeah.
Whichever one they think is the better of the two is the one they'll judge. But I might take them and show them anyway.
I think the next show anywhere near me is middle of September.
Yeah, that's when ours is the 14th, 13th. I can't remember. It's second Saturday in September, I think it is.
Okay, yeah, that would be the 14th. Yeah, the 15th is there's a show near me, PatCon, which is the was it IPMS Patriot chapter here in Massachusetts.
Yeah, this is the Gateway IPMS show. They do it once a year, and then they do a kind of a subcategory car, the Midwest model car group. which is
Nice.
part of the IPMS. They do 2 shows that are just car shows every year.
Cool.
Hey, Donnie, how are you tonight? So yeah, we're gonna be working on my Phantom tonight, starting on it.
Nice. Oh, there we
I got um, kit was given to me about 4 years ago, and then in my basement it got water damaged.
are. Oops.
Here's the instructions, and the decals are the same thing. Here's what's left of the decal sheet,
Oh, geez, yeah.
but I fortunately was able to get aftermarket ones. In fact, I forgot I got aftermarket ones and ordered aftermarket ones again, so I got 2 sets.
Oops.
That's okay. It gives me a spare
Yeah.
in case I screw something up, which I've been known to do on occasion.
Well, it happens to everybody, I suppose, you know?
I mean, the first part I cut off the sprue tonight, I launched into space and took 20 minutes crawling around the floor to find it.
That is the worst. No matter how careful you are, all of a sudden, ping, and off it goes.
It was still attached to a piece of sprue because I was cutting the big piece of sprue from the little piece from the big piece to paint it. Yeah, it's this right here. And as soon as I cut it, it just launched itself. As I snapped it shut, it just launched into space.
Yeah, that's why I picked up this silicone thing. I try to aim down. So that way, if it goes, hopefully it'll just kind of plunk. But sometimes you can't help it.
Yeah, I did aim down, but then it hit the floor and bounced. I have a tile floor down there, so it hit the floor and bounced, and
Oh, geez, yeah.
I had to go digging for where did it, where did it go? Where did it go? Like Top Gun, where'd who go?
I'm
Then
glad I
looking,
was able to catch
I
it
lost it.
tonight.
I'm looking at my TV, looking for that. I was
Oh,
in
geez.
the part. I knocked it off on inside the couch. It took me 20 minutes to find it.
Oof. Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't catch the last couple. Just bad timing, but glad I caught you tonight, at least for a little bit. I'll probably
Yeah,
only be there till about an hour. Cause,
I do every Tuesday except for the second week of the month when I flip flop with Cliff and do Monday night.
uh,
Uh, and then I'm gonna since Rob I was originally was on Thursday nights, but Rob had Tuesday, but he couldn't do Tuesdays anymore, so I switched with him, and he hasn't done a Thursday since.
oh,
Um, and Scale Model Outlaw is doing one Thursday night starting at 8 o'clock Eastern. So I may, if I'm around, come on like same time, 6 o'clock, run from 6 to 8
oh,
when they
okay.
start.
Well,
If
that'll
I'm
work good for me because I tend to go to bed at around 8 Eastern, between 8 and 9, because I get up at 3:30 in the morning. So
not Tuesday, about the time I'm going to bed.
get up then to go into work for 5. So, but then I'm out at 1:30, and by the time I'm home, it's quarter after 2. So that's not too bad. As much as I can get all this stuff done because I still have the rest of the afternoon. Come home, make the mistake of sitting down for a minute and fall asleep for an hour or two.
If that's me, I work second or third shift all my life, so
Yeah.
I can never get crap done in the morning. That's usually I'm used to sleeping, but 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm on
Right.
like ready to go.
Yep.
Which used to be all right, but then after COVID, I mean, none of the stores went back to 24 hours, so
Yeah.
nothing went back onto my schedule.
Oh, that stinks.
Okay. Is it Wednesday? I thought it was Thursday. Well, he's in there. He can tell us. I thought I saw a post on Facebook that it was Thursday night, but if it's Wednesday, that's cool too. Yeah, that's what I thought. It was Thursday night. Yeah, so if I'm around at 6 o'clock, I'll start one and run till just before 8 when you guys start, and then hand it over to you.
Huh.
If I'm around, it kind of gives some of the East Coasters a chance to get in, or the early people, or the UK people, not before it gets too late at night, and then you can get the West Coasters because you're starting at 8 o'clock, so they're, which is 6 o'clock for them, just after dinner.
Let's see. Well, yeah. I guess it depends how daylight savings is, right? So, because 8 Eastern would be what? 5 way out in the West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except for Arizona, which doesn't do daylight savings time, so it's,
Yeah.
and Indiana doesn't do it either.
Oh, that I didn't know. I did know about Arizona.
So they're half the year they're in one time zone and half the year they're in the other.
Yeah. That's not confusing at all. Let's see. That'll work.
I'll bring up the GTO and the Firebird here in a little bit and show you guys.
Thanks.
It turned out pretty well. Out of the can, that paint I used on the Firebird, it kind of sucks, but I'll give it a chance. I'll decant some and try it through the airbrush. I managed to get it to work, but it wasn't easy.
What was the problem with it?
Well, I think it's mostly the nozzle.
Oh, okay.
It's a water acrylic lacquer that's like the air activated stuff, so it dries like now.
Wow.
So with the nozzle it has, it's putting out a really big amount, almost like spitting chunks.
Oof.
And then it was drying super fast, so it was getting a grainy, not maybe an orange peel, but more like a sandy finish on it. But I wet sanded it down and got it to work. But I'm gonna try decanting some and then thinning it down with some unicorn tears and see if it works any better. I mean, it's only like $6 or $7 I paid for the can, so I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It was this Montana Gold acrylic. I like the color, but yeah, I think it was not easy to use. Here we go. Get this out of the way. It was a flat finish, which was okay because I cleared, I'm gonna clear it. I'd say on camera it looks good, but it was a pain. This whole kit was a pain, actually.
You know, it's kind of funny when I told you the story about with the GT about how I was thinking of doing it and then popped onto your channel and surprised you just done the reveal on it. Well, I saw you pop this video up. Was it yesterday? I think it was. And I was sitting here and I'm looking at it. Yeah, and I'm going, wait, do I have that one? And I run off into my stash and I don't have that one, but I'll grab the one I do have.
Well, they use the same kit for basically 93 through 98 or 99. They just changed a couple of parts.
Well, the one I do have is Lindbergh one, the 1/20th scale for the '94 Formula V8. So I'm like, I thought that looked familiar. So very similar.
It looks good sitting on my shelf, though. Yeah, that paint was just, it didn't work the way I wanted it to work. And
Yeah, that always stinks. Paint is.
I gave it a shot, so I'll decant some and see how it sprays through the airbrush with it thinned down. Now here's the GTO,
Nice.
and we used magnets on the convertible top. I put some in the sun visors,
Yep.
and underneath the package tray, put magnets on it so I can just click the top on.
Yeah. Nice.
If I want to have it with top off, I did the same thing with the tonneau cover. So it's got the magnets hold that on.
Cool.
And other than that, we did basically stock. I did change out the wheels. We did the three deuces.
Oh, nice.
And the wheels I got, they are Pontiac Rally, the correct wheel, but these are 21-22 big littles. And that's so it's more of like a resto mod wheel.
Oh, okay.
But they are the correct Pontiac wheel because the kit wheels were just super flat. They were like completely two-dimensional. I just didn't like them. And then it was a 3-in-1 kit, and then actually these are the wheels for the hopped up version. Are the ones I put on. The vector style wheels.
Yeah, I like those. Those are nice.
But now I'm back to my roots and do airplane.
Oh, that's what you started with, yeah?
Yeah, started on the Phantom, F4 Phantom.
I haven't done any jets. I've done like the F4U Corsair and a lot of the other. I've done, mainly worked on, World War II prop stuff. Not that I've got a lot of them done, but I had it was a Revell Corsair 132nd scale. Had the Boynton decal set,
Yeah.
and I did that one. Well, basically, it was about 30 years ago, before the kids got old enough to be, to dampen the hobby, for lack of a better term. And the room I'm in, and I've actually got it set up now currently, is we call it the big room. It's a section over our kitchen. It's a little extension of the house. Our house is old, it's like 220 years old. But they opened up the upstairs up to the rafters. We call it the big room. So big wide open space, a couple of fake beams coming across, and I had it hung up, hanging off some fishing line off the beam. It had been hanging there for like 30 years. And I started getting back into this and started cleaning the room up, because mainly it ended up being a big catch-all space, because before we moved in, the people that had the house before did a horrible job with the floor. They used that really cheap kind of granulated particle board.
Mm-hmm.
And after a bit of time, it starts giving away. Plus, being an old house like that, it's not like your joists are 16 on centers.
Mine are the same way.
5, So
yeah, all the joists in here are hand hewn oak.
Yeah. So of course, it started giving way. You walk around, feel like you're walking on the moon, just waiting to go through the floor. So I finally got over. Well, now the kids are old enough and everything, and have a little more disposable income. When I've got about 10 sheets of 3/4 plywood and laid it all down on top of it, so now it's a lot more solid. But I was cleaning up to do that, and I didn't even feel that I had touched it, that model. And apparently the old fishing line had enough, and just whoop, down she came. Never found the joystick, but
well, they still make that kit,
and got it back together. So it's a little worse for wear.
Still make that kit. It's not. You have to for Boynton decals. You have to buy aftermarket, but yeah, they still make that kit.
Yeah, I figure the next one I do, maybe I'll actually go and do like a Tamiya or something. So.
If you want more detail, you can get the Tamiya one is a boatload of money, but you can get like the Academy or the Hobby Boss one for like $50.
Yeah, if I do the Tamiya, I don't think I'll be doing it 1/32, because I don't want to spend it.
Yeah, The 132nd one from to me is like $150.
Yeah, I know. I'm sure it's nice, but yeah, no.
And then if you want the photo etch and that stuff for it, it's about another $50 or $60 for the photo etch. Yeah, you can get the Revell kit $25 anywhere.
Yeah, I think I
I
still
think
have
retail price on it's like $20.
Mm.
And then you say you can get the 132nd scale Boeington decals, or you can get for the 148. To me, there's two different ones, and they're both of them are like $25.
Yeah,
And then same thing, you can get the Boeington decals for those too.
I kind of wish there was like a site where you could look up all the different companies and have all the different aftermarket things. Because I mean, a lot of podcasts I'll mention them on the podcast and stuff, but most of the time when I'm listening, I'm driving to work, and then I don't
Well, a
know.
lot of that stuff is on ScaleMates.
Oh, I never thought of doing that for that. Okay.
You like look up the particular model and scroll down the page down towards the bottom.
Oh,
You'll
yeah.
start finding aftermarket parts and stuff for those. Not always, but a lot of times you will.
Hmm. I know
Also, Google's your friend. You can put in just put it in Google and usually find what you're looking for.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe it's Spotify itself because that's usually what I listen on. But say, okay, we'll throw this down in the show notes, and I'll go looking on Spotify. I can't find it. Yeah. But of course, it's one of those. I can't make note of it now. I'm driving down the highway.
Yeah, a lot of the ScaleMates models do have the down towards the bottom. If there'll be like decals or something available,
Oh, okay.
photo etch or something like that, they'll have it. It's Wikipedia for models is what it is. So as long as if somebody's entered it in there, it'll be there.
I did play around with that a little bit when I started back in. I kind of took an inventory of all stuff in my stash and started putting them in there just to kind of keep track. It was pretty handy for that. But yeah, I'll have to look into that more.
Yeah, the Tamiya 148 scale Corsairs, you can get them for $25 or $30. There's two different ones.
Yeah, I think one is what the birdcage they call it, which I don't know why they call it that, but
The birdcage one it's the way the canopy is. It's like got all the square window frames on it.
oh, okay, as opposed to like the bubble.
Which was the first one, and then when the British got the Corsairs and showed the U.S. how to make them work right, they put a bubble canopy on it, and that's the bubble canopy stayed.
Okay.
So the ones and the 1As had the square windowed canopies, and anything after 1A had the bubble top.
Okay.
And all the ones the Brits had, they converted them all over to bubble top. And the earliest ones actually had a glass window in the bottom, so the pilot for bombing runs could look down between his feet out the glass window on the bottom.
Oh, no kidding. I didn't
But
know that. No.
they kind of got rid of that fairly soon.
I suppose if they didn't get the angle right, you'd have to be at the right altitude to make it work right.
Well, I don't think they were using armored glass either.
Oh, well, yeah. That would make a big difference.
It was probably thick enough, but it wasn't armored, so
Yeah.
it wasn't a laminate. So probably they got rid of it pretty quick. They just took it out and slapped a metal plate in its place. Yeah, the one comes with. I think the one you have to build with the flaps down, and the other one is built with the flaps up. I've got both of them. I don't remember. And one comes with a little tug, a moto tug, but I don't remember which one. But they're all both about the same.
Oh, okay.
Or the Hobby Boss Corsair is really nice. I built that one. That one turned out really well for the 40A scale. I did the Fleet Air Arms, the New Zealand version.
Oh,
Because we U.S. gave them a whole boatload of Corsairs. And when the war was over, the England didn't want to, and England and Australia didn't want to pay for them, and the U.S. didn't want them back, so they pushed them all over the side
oh, I know. I can't believe that. That's crazy.
because they were under Lend-Lease.
Right.
And if they were lost, then the Brits didn't have to pay for them. So they just pushed them over the side. So there were probably 1,000 Corsairs in the bottom of the Pacific Ocean that were perfect operating shape when they were dumped into the ocean.
Yeah. I understand it, but it makes me sad.
Which that's government waste at its finest, I guess.
Yeah.
And in Argentina, I think was the last one to actually fly them in actual military service, and that was into the 70s.
Oh, wow. No kidding.
The U.S. got rid of them for mainline units after the Korean War. They were around to some Air National Guard and Naval Reserve units till probably 1960, but then they got rid of them all then because everything went to jets. But yeah, I think it was like into the 1970s. They were still, the Argentine Navy was still flying them. And when the Honduran Air Force still had P-51s up until the 70s or 80s too.
Jeez.
That's where everybody, the Confederate Air Force and all the people having them in private hands, all the Mustangs now, that's where they got them from. They bought them from the Honduran government. Okay. Yeah, we have one of our Australian buddies here. Hey, GB.
Oh, cool.
Ooh, I need to buy some silver paint. I need to buy some more silver paint. Black and silver, the two colors I go through the most. I watched the video yesterday. I think was it yesterday, GB, and that was awesome. It's an awesome kit that you got going there. Try to watch everybody's videos, but there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
In fact, I hardly ever watch regular TV anymore. I'm usually watching YouTube 90% of the time.
Yeah, I do a lot of that too. I find even with the notification stuff, it's hard to keep up with who's done what because you don't always see it.
I have to keep checking because YouTube keeps unsubscribing me from a lot of people that I follow.
Huh. I haven't actually, well, I haven't noticed anyway.
Like for example, Saturday I was waiting for the notification to come through for Brian over at Got Fuels for his Saturday night live stream. I never saw it, and I finally went looking for it, and it was there, and I looked, and I wasn't subscribed anymore.
Hmm.
Like, I watch everything he puts out, but for some reason, YouTube unsubscribed me from his channel.
I don't know why they do that. It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense.
Some of it, I think, the logarithm comes through, and if there's something like you didn't watch the last 8 or 10 of videos from somebody, then they'll turn notifications off, and if you don't catch the next 4 or 5, then they unsubscribe you. But I watch all of Brian, so I don't know that wouldn't be the reason for that.
Hmm.
This is one. Apologize if the mower noise is coming through. My neighbor can't have a normal mower. He's got one of them freaking giant tractors.
I'm not actually hearing it, but
His whole yard is probably 20 yards by 20 yards, and he's got the freaking farm tractor with like a brush hog attachment out doing his yard.
actually, what movie was that? Was that Richard Pryor's moving one where he had the neighbor that had this thing that was like a giant V8 or a lawnmower
Yeah.
for this patch that was like 2 by 2?
Yeah.
That just made me think of.
Yeah, his yard is the same size as ours, and ours with a push mower, you can do the whole thing in like 30 minutes.
Oh, jeez.
And he's got that big old monster thing. I don't know. Whatever makes him happy, I guess.
There you go. Boys and their toys.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Maybe he was compensating for something.
Yeah, right?
I mean, it's not even one of those just stand-up things. It's a full-blown farm tractor. I mean, you could see it if you had like a 5-acre lawn or something, but I don't know. So ours is not to wonder why.
Mm.
Good day.
G'day, guys.
Hey, GV.
I thought I got a spare 20 minutes, so I thought I'll jump in for a little bit.
You're always welcome. Always welcome.
Thanks, mate. Yeah, just unfortunately, I'm back at work. So yeah, unfortunately.
Yep.
No, that's better than the alternative. I mean, I'm stuck at home all day, every day. I'd love to
Yeah, I suppose I got to work to pay the bills and pay for my paints and models and stuff like that. Otherwise, if I don't work, I can't enjoy the modelling.
Nobody needs to see me eat, so I'm going to turn that off. Got enough perverts interested in me for just my voice.
Right.
So who's overcompensating, Bob?
The neighbor. So his yard is like 20 yards by 20 yards, and he's got a freaking garden, not only garden tractor, actual farm tractor. He's cutting
Oh,
his
wow.
grass.
You could do that with a pair of scissors.
I said with a normal push mower, you could do probably the whole thing in 20 or 30 minutes, and he's out there. Just stand up. I don't know if you guys can even hear it through or not. I've got the door shut and everything, but I don't know.
Can't really hear it, no.
Not coming through on my end.
Okay.
Only thing I hear on this end is my fan.
Yeah, but thanks for watching that me video, Bob.
Oh, I try to watch everybody's video.
Yeah.
I try anyway.
Came up okay. Came up okay in the end, so hopefully I've hit the sweet spot with doing car models now.
God, I'm subbed to over 1,000 people. I can't honestly say I've watched one video from everybody yet.
Yeah, yeah. I suppose too it takes up so much of your time if you try to.
Well, the ones that I really want to watch tend to be lengthy because they're doing something I want to see how they do it, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I tried to watch a lot of models in my model room, but then I don't get any of my models done at all. It's like, what the hell have I done in here?
A lot of times I've got the TV on behind me, listening to them, and if something perks my ear, then I'll turn around and see what they're doing.
Yeah.
The lives tend to be the only place I get any modeling done.
Because it gives them the watch hours and stuff anyway, even if I'm not paying close attention to what they're doing.
Mm.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll just leave it run too. But no, this week I'm too busy packing my stuff up.
So you moving?
Not working on anything. Yep.
Yeah, it's not fun packing up a lot of things. You find out how much stuff you need to get rid of.
Oh, yeah. 14 years in this house, and we went from a place smaller than this to this place, and yeah.
Yep.
There's stuff in closets here that was in closets at the old house for 20 years.
Yep.
Okay.
I keep finding stuff for some dumb reason. It was just, if it was in a closet, it ended up back in a closet. Nobody ever went through it.
Mm. Yep.
So, over the next month, I'll be doing that.
Yeah, it's not fun.
You wouldn't believe the amount of things I've given away and thrown away in the last 3 weeks.
Mm.
And I mean, this isn't even counting my model stash. Most of my models are living in storage.
Okay.
I got about 1,000 here, but the rest of them are in paid storage.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is a lot.
Yeah, I have a problem. I can't have just one of anything. Seriously, there's very few that I have just one of.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I consider it a good addiction to have, I reckon.
I mean, it can retain some value. I have a considerable amount of Warhammer stuff, specifically Age of Sigmar, the one that they redid. So a lot of the people who are serious collectors and players want the old versions. They don't want the new versions. And I've been able to get rid of a few of those that I had no intention of ever doing anything with but painting.
Mm.
You know, so,
Yep.
you know, it goes back. And I mean, like, right now, looking at the top shelf to my right, I see 4 Eliminators. The CC top card. 4.
Oh.
I got one original box and 3 repops.
Okay. I can't say I've ever brought the same model twice. Actually, no. Once I have.
What usually happens with me is I buy one and I forgot I have it, and then I'll buy it again.
That I've done that too because I don't have anything written down. I don't have a full inventory of what I've got. I don't realize I've got 5 of something until I go looking for it and I go, what?
Uh-oh. Yep.
Those are the models
Like
that
I did
get
have
different.
5 of them at one time. I gave one away to my friend Colin.
Yeah,
Mm.
like giveaway. That's what I give away. The ones that I forgot that I had and bought. Same thing for this Phantom. I knew the decals were bad because of the water damage.
Mm-hmm.
So I ordered a set of decals 4 years ago when I found that, and I forgot. And I ordered this week. I ordered another set, and I got 2 sets.
So now you're the decals.
So I got to get. I can screw up one whole set and still be in good shape.
Mm.
And here my wife's going, geez, you got a lot there. You got to build some of those. And I've only got about 100.
Hold my beer.
Even the wood.
I could turn her on her heels with just what's to my right, and most of that's been stripped off and packed up.
Well, you got double more than me. I've only got about 50.
Well, most of mine I've had for the better part of 30 years. So back from when I, stopped. So
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm coming up on 5 years being back in the hobby, and I made up for being off of it for over 20 years in the first year and a half.
yeah, I'm trying to be good
So,
about that. I'm trying not to.
I mean, I can officially say I have too much plastic. I have enough to keep me and 9 other friends busy for the next 30 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's just the standard, 24th, 25th scale type kits. That's not
Yeah.
counting anything smaller, anything bigger, and anything related to tabletop gaming.
But you figure out, when you go into a model shop and you realize you haven't got any room for models whatsoever, but you just keep on buying them. That's what I do.
I
Yeah.
try to avoid going in the store because I know I'm going to come out with more than
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'm surrounded by stores. I don't have the luck of the Irish and have to order mine online and pay the exorbitant prices. It limits me. I have like 4 or 5 shops within a 10-15 minute drive, and 2
Wow.
more within an hour drive than they're worth the drive. So
Those
Gee,
days
that-
are long gone.
I'm pretty well screwed as far as that goes. They got my addiction covered.
I wish I had that amount of hobby stores near me.
No, you don't. And then we have a show that's about an hour's drive away twice a year.
Mm-hmm.
And then the clubs all around the state and in the tri-state area compete against each other, and they go to ours and we go to theirs, and we have like inter-club competitions, and we have like a shop and trade day where we sell off stuff and trade with other club members and the people we invite in. So there's always an influx. I mean, I don't even have to buy anything. I can literally walk into a club meeting and one of the guys will walk up and go, "Hey, you got one of these? You want one?" And just give it to you. I mean, I've got probably 6 or 7 different bomber airplanes that were given to me. And some of them they're worth a hefty amount of money, and they're just like, "Here, have it." Wow, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
It would be a lifetime before I ever
more
get
cars.
one.
I've run out of room for airplanes.
That's what the ceiling is for, Bob.
What?
That's what the ceiling is for. You hang them from the ceiling.
They are hanging from the ceiling.
So you're not
Are they nose to tail? Nah, you still got room. They're not
There's still
nose to
plenty of
tail.
room.
You got room. There's all kinds of room.
Those are the ones that are airborne. Here are the ones that aren't.
Ooh, you better get to hanging then.
Oh my gosh.
I'd say you have an infestation. You might want to call somebody.
I think you need to decorate that bench into a terrier jacket.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid is going to happen once
Cars
they
are way
bring
over there.
airplanes. I'll have that many more.
Mm.
There's the cars over by the TV.
Yeah, I like those wall cases. That's something I definitely need to invest in. I think I can actually fill one now.
Yeah, I'm going to need another room, I reckon. I might have to tell the wife we have to go from a king size bed down to just a double.
Yeah, go down to a queen. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've got the room.
Yeah.
Well, those cases I like because they hold 24 cars, and they're like $190 US for them. But that's
Yeah.
cheaper than buying 24 of the individual, like IMAX boxes or AMT boxes.
And then having to put a shelf up to put the boxes on. Yeah.
And they have worrying about if they're going to fall over.
Yeah.
Those are screwed right to the wall, magnet doors on the front, keeps the dust out.
Mm.
They're heavy suckers. You definitely can't put them up on your wall by yourself. You got to have two people.
Yeah, they're like hanging a TV.
Yeah.
They
probably weigh as much
definitely
as my TV does.
Yeah, and another problem that I have is that there really isn't much that I'll turn away from. If it's something that grabs my interest, I'm gonna get my hands on
Just
at least
grab
one
it.
of it.
Yep.
And I have tons of Bandai kits. I have Gundams.
Yep.
Frame Arms Girls, the girly girl versions.
Yeah.
I have a lot of the Japanese anime character figures, and
Mm.
I have tons of like resin sculpts. Plus, I've got 3D printers. It's like, yeah.
Mm. Mm. Yeah. I said to my wife, we went out, sort of like grocery shopping on the weekend, and and so like we had a big look around the shopping centre. I said to her, I'm not going to get any more models because I need to kind of save me money, put money away for better camera equipment for my YouTube channel and stuff like that. So yeah, we went grocery shopping, and I said to her I had to go in the store and grab a couple of paints for other models that I've got at home. So what do? I come out with another model.
Mm-hmm.
And she shakes her head.
I can go in the shop and just buy paint. I can do that. I don't need to. I have more paint than any modeler should have at one time, but that's another thing. Somebody comes out with a new line of paint, and I'm like, hey, let's get a couple of those.
Mm-hmm.
I like these. Buy the whole damn set.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, my wife just as soon as I come out with she knows that in the bags it's another model because of the box in there, and she just shakes her head. I thought she said you were going to stop buying models so you can save up for a camera.
You could have a worse hobby. I mean.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than the bar.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
And almost as much fun.
Depends on how much you can throw back.
Well, if you stay away from the top shelf.
That's where I have a problem. Because there isn't much below that shelf that I like. So we don't do that either. I got a 30-year-old bottle of scotch 30 years ago, and I still got a half of it.
Wow. That's stretching it out.
I got one jar of corn from Kentucky, and that lasted me about 6 to 9 months, and then I'll get another one.
Yeah, one of these days I got to drive myself down there and pick up some of the local stuff. Haven't had any of that in quite some time.
It's like a line from the song, I get all my corn from a jar.
Right?
All right, guys, I got to get going to my next job, so just thought I'd pop in and say hi, guys.
Right. You have a good day.
I'll try, mate. I'll try. I'm going to try not to. See yous.
Have a good one.
We're
We're global.
Time for me as well. That 3:30 comes too early.
All right, Jim. You have a good night.
You too. Good to see you both. Hopefully, now you said you're probably going to do Thursday early.
6 p.m. Eastern, from 6 to
Okay.
8.
When do you do the Saturday ones? Are those just once in a while?
Brian starts those at 5 Central Time, so that would be 4 Eastern.
Who does?
Got fuels,
Okay.
and then those usually run 3 or 4 hours. They used to run all night long, but we don't do that no more.
A little harder to do that. All right. All right, Bob, Marcy, and everybody else, have yourselves a good evening. Hope we catch you again soon.
You too. Enjoy your night.
Thank
See
you.
you later.
Bye-bye.
And then there were two. Where is everybody?
I don't know. Kevin's here. Hi, Kevin. And Donnie and Mike are hanging out in the chat. Haven't
Yeah.
seen Edward or hardly any of the regulars lately. Or regular ones tonight. Kids started back to school this week around here, so that may be.
Yeah.
Here comes Norm.
Hey, Norman.
Hey guys. Oh, I gotta close that window.
Yeah, school started here yesterday. I do believe it was yesterday.
I'm not sure when they start back up around here. All my kids are out of school, so I don't pay much attention anymore.
Well, we're a farm community.
I noticed the bus. I hear the bus coming through in the morning. That's when I know the kids are back in school because it comes through at our end of the park.
Yeah, this is a farm community, so we start early. I usually start. This is the latest they've started in a long time. Usually by the 8th or 9th of August, they're back in school here.
Wow, that's way early.
I said, yeah, but the farm community, that's just kind of how to do it.
Yeah. Usually here, we used to start in September, but I think they start the end of August now. My kids aren't in school anymore, so I would actually have to go and look up that information.
And barring severe winter, they usually get out second week in May. Usually around 14, 15, 16, somewhere in there is usually the last day.
Yeah, we go to the middle of June. The universities get out in May. Lower L goes all the way to mid-June.
Okay, how far? So we're going to have to cut off. Most of these kids, they give you a pilot, but they design it so he doesn't actually fit. Doesn't fit in the seat. 99% of my pilots have no legs.
Yeah, if you cut them in half to make them fit.
Yeah. Or usually as much as goes under the console.
What you making over there, Norman?
I'm making modular boxes for my supplies.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, cutting them up on my laser and then custom designing what I need for my work area. Yeah, because I have a little bit of OCD and I don't like things like this. I like to be able to
Yeah.
clean area in a sense. I'll make a mess. I always do, but then I gotta pick it up. So, but, yeah.
If I clean up my bench, I can't find shit for 2 weeks.
Right. Same. And thing with me is just getting it organized to begin with. I just kind of put it wherever there's room instead of giving it a place. And that's what I'm hoping to get a little turned around once I get my things moved.
Well, the less I use it, the further away it is from this area.
I have a 1 foot square space in front of my laptop.
So things like my Aleene's tacky glue is way the hell over here. I can just barely reach it. And most of my screwdrivers and pliers and stuff are all up underneath. And that's not stuff I use on a regular basis.
Yeah, so basically what I started is
Cool. Little cubby.
and then here these for my sanding sticks, immediate paints, and then we got some over here, and then working on some over there for, because I only got so much space to work with, but you got so much stuff. At least this way I can kind of, have the immediate stuff right in front of me. Because I got my paints and stuff on the wall, but like, I don't want to keep getting up to get the constant colors, your red, your black, and then the same way with your aluminum and chrome and all of that. I want to keep them close to me. Same way with the sandpaper. I was constantly going over there I was recycling the Kool-Aid containers from the Walmart Kool-Aid. And then I would cut them different heights for like this right here. And just, cut them and they kind of stack up, in a row, but it still takes up too much space. I was trying to keep things back and away from me so that my work area can stay as open as possible. Because when you start dragging out your cutting box or hole press, punch press, or any of the other stuff that we always need, and you're like, shove this way, shove that way, and then
and that's how other stuff gets misplaced because you just move it out of your way.
Right, or
that's kind of the problem I have. Like I said, I initially just everything's willy nilly. I just put it wherever, and I can't find it when I need it.
I keep most of my parts for the kits that I'm working on in a tackle box, fishing tackle box.
And I use a project box too.
Right, and then I keep most of them in these paint trays, so the parts that I'm working on, they're right here. But 9 times out of 10, if I ship something out of the way, it hits that, and everything goes wing, and you're playing perfection. So you're trying to find all your stuff. So I was like,
I haven't knocked anything over in a while.
I'm like, I got this machine. I paid big bucks for it.
Gotta do something with it, yeah.
Right. The module systems cost way too much in my eye because
some of them are very expensive.
Right. What I paid for this wood, and there are so many sites out there that have generators to generate your box for you. If you know your dimensions and you know what you want, it'll generate it for you. And then, so that's what I do. I get what I know, what I want, size it all up. And most of the time, if I'm doing something that's not quite new to me, I'll cut it out of cardboard first. And then that way, I'm not wasting wood. So, but so I've been kind of working on that in between trying to get my damn shop card working, fighting with that. But I just wanted to get organized so I can, and I'm still trying to work on my car for Acme, but I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it. It's only a few weeks left, and I'm close.
Chopping away at it.
I still want to get, I still want to keep working on it. I mean,
still on like 9 weeks left.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough time.
Mm,
No, I got that's enough
not for the amount of stuff that I'm putting in it, because I just got this door hinge working really well, which, yeah, of course you'd fall out because I want to basically, yeah, my hands aren't good enough tonight to stick that back in. Anyways, I mean, I got set back because I forgot the dash went into the interior tub. And when you cut the door panels out, you lose that mount. So I've been spending a lot of time getting the dash in place and having it look, I mean, this ain't done, but having it look like factory when you open the door. I want to make sure that that doesn't look stupid. It's kind of like you're leaving out a detail and not, or you didn't quite think it all through, which I didn't. I just started hacking away and working on it, and I've been trying, which I still going to continue to work on, um, designing hood. I mean, designing door hinges. I have a prototype. It kind of works, but it's not repetitive enough because of the size. It eventually breaks. So I was like, even with ABS, it just, by the time you got the hinge itself, working it in and out, in and out, in and out, because I wanted to make sure it was going to work, and then it would just snap. Like I've done, which I don't have them in here right now, but I made, these are my trunk hinges. So I designed those exactly like the ones for this car, the 71 Plymouth GTX. I just used a photograph and went off of that, and it works great in here. I got it basically. I couldn't do everything exactly like factory because, of course, this is as close to scale as they can do it. But the tubs are not close enough to actually make the metal mount where those are actually supposed to sit in the metal that's actually attached to the tub. And if you did that, then they wouldn't actually glue to the trunk lid. They're not even in the right area. So I had to just makeshift my mounts on the top of the back of the deck like most people do. And I've got it, they'll be pinned, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do the rods or not to try to create tension. But again, it all depends what I can actually fit in there. I might just have to have a prop rod. I really wish they could get them to maybe stay up on their own if you open up the trunk. I got magnets to hold it down, but they don't have anything to really hold it up. So I don't know what the judges fringe on when you're displaying your models like that. I mean, do they frown on the fact that you put a prop hinge in your hood or your trunk?
Nope. Well, a show like Acme, it's all people's choice. So
Is it?
yeah, it's all popular vote for the top 10. But at IPMS show, no, they don't count up for that. If they do, I mean, just use a syringe, cut the metal part off the stainless steel syringe, and use that, and it'd be a stainless steel prop. It look right.
Yeah, I thought about trying to do
That's what I use for my 55 F100.
a thicker transparent rod so you can almost not see it. Not like fiber optics, but very close to it. Because I thought if it was see-through, then you're trying your best to mimic a no prop rod, basically.
Well, it was like my old GTO. I had a chunk of 2x4 in the trunk to hold the lid open.
I think we've all been there with. Actually, I got somebody's truck that I work on, and he's got a small 1x1 to hold his. I'm like, why don't you just buy these little shocks? They're only about $10-20 a piece, and you're not gonna keep pulling that stick out and trying to plunk it in there.
Yeah,
I
I
had
use
a car that needed to have a piece of lumber holding the hood up. I didn't have it long enough to warrant putting any money into it.
yeah, I cut a piece of this down.
Oh, okay. You
With the
got some pretty long ones there.
stainless steel prop. Yeah, they come in all different lengths and sizes.
Yeah. I used to use those in, well, I didn't use them. My co-workers used them in the electronics factory. We use that to apply flux and other chemicals,
Yeah.
alcohol, and
Here's my accelerator.
yeah. I thought about doing that same thing because I keep pulling the little tube out of the bottle and then dipping it.
And you knock the bottle over and spill half of it like I
Yeah,
did.
spill half of it.
I got two of those bottles on Amazon for like $4, something like that.
That's not bad.
But then the only thing
And they're rated
didn't
for
come in a syringe, but I bought them by the 100.
You can get by the 100, yeah. I mean, I've got some syringes and stuff because I used to use syringes to apply glue. And squeeze, especially when your bottle gets really low, draw it out through the syringe, and then I can squeeze it out as I need it. I'm not like a lot of people that I see. I can't do that, putting it down on a card or a piece of tape or whatever, and then
I put it down on a piece of cardstock or a scrap of something sturdy enough to hold it, and in the end, it doesn't matter what happens. I always end up with it stuck on my arm or something.
That's right. Yeah, I do the
I
same.
reach over it, I forget it's got glue on it. I stack something down on top of it.
Yeah, if you watch enough of my lives, eventually you'll see something stuck in one of my elbows.
Well, so what I was thinking of doing is designing a tray here, and that'll hold my Tamiya extra thin and probably my plastic weld and my super glue, and then making a small round compartment and then cutting one of these medicine cups down so that I can use that in the side, and I can always pull it out and replace it, and then that way I'm not going to put my arm in it no more.
Right.
And kind of, I mean, which I don't know. I'm sure you guys have probably tried them or not. But what are you guys' takes on the glue applicators?
Like the glue loop, I used them, but I didn't really get along with them that well.
Yeah, I used a little, either a toothpick or I have the little teeny tiny micro little fuzzy on a stick.
Right. I like. I think I'm probably going to have the wrong person, but I think it's Sodak Cards. He just had a video, and he's using a lead pencil, and he just breaks it off. He's the one doing the Mustang. I got the right guy.
It's hard to say about that. Everybody's doing Mustangs for this year.
The red one, he's almost done.
Doesn't narrow it down either.
I think he's working on a diorama too right now. Long hair, glasses. I mean, long hair.
I don't think Adam has long hair.
I can think of about 10 people with real long hair and glasses.
Wow. Man, what else I got?
Yeah, long hair and glasses. That says Ed to me, but Ed or Kim.
Or Fenris.
Kim Kalankowicz.
So you don't like him either, Mike, huh? Okay. I ain't gonna buy any then. I was looking at some. I mean, I use the lead pencils a lot. Yeah,
Mostly I either use a Tamiya applicator, or if I've got like the Revell Contacta, or this one is the Fowler one that comes with this syringe on top.
Right.
Yeah, I like the Revell glue, but you can never keep the tube from getting clogged up no matter what.
Yeah, and that's the same way. I mean, I use Loctite super glue pretty much for all my resin parts. And man, it's like every time I got to go in and punch a hole, because these never seal back up after they've been opened so many times.
I use the Gorilla. It's got a little metal pin in the lid that goes down into the hole at the top of the.
And you've had luck with that? See, now, okay, so environmentally, the Gorilla Glue goes bad on me. The heat, it hardens. And I bought in like 3 or 4 bottles, and I get a day or two out of it. And if I'm not in here right away, all of a sudden I go to use it, and it's hard as a rock.
Yeah, I use the little teensy tubes of Scotch super glue, the no run gel.
No run gel.
And if you stand them upright and you have the cap secure, they last a while.
See, I'm used to a lot of CA glues because of my hobby, building balsa stuff. But getting back into this, I mean, I bought in 2 types of Plasti Weld. I got this one that's in the orange.
Oh, my Plastruct actually evaporates even with the lid seal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed to do that. And I know I got another one up there. See, I bought. Where are you? Oh, here it is. See, I bought this for foam, but I can't get this to work for the resin gluing.
Nope.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Works great on wood and foam and things like that, but when it comes
And some of the foam, it won't work on all kinds of foam.
Yeah, I bought it for the foam I use in the RC airplanes.
Mm-hmm.
It's I don't remember the name of it.
It's kind of a Dapron foam.
Yeah, one of them's that, and then the newer one's kind of like a PCV or PVC type.
Yeah, the only off-the-chain stuff I use is like 2-party epoxy. And I use that for diorama bases and large items.
Just replace the bad stuff. What do you mean, Jeff Elliott?
Yeah.
Talking to somebody in the chat. Yes, wood has gone up, Kevin. Depends on exactly what you need. Even balsa has gone up. I'll admit it. I bought some balsa for the diorama for the roof and for the structure inside, and it costs a hell of a lot more than it used to.
Yeah, and when you're buying stuff that's hobby specific and you're buying it at your hobby shop, you're going to pay more.
Yeah.
I always check like Home Depot, Lowe's, the local Ace Hardware, because they sometimes will have a good selection of wood and metals.
Yeah, usually for a diorama base, I buy like an 8x10 or whatever size picture frame.
Yeah, I've done that too.
Honestly, I even just leave the glass in there and I just scenic right over the glass.
Hold the bottle out right and give it a squeeze. It won't get clogged. Okay. Interesting.
Now I've been using this bottle for about 6 months. About every 3 or 4 times I got to use a pair of pliers to take the lid off, but the actual bottle is not clogged up.
Yeah,
that's why I use the small tubes. That way, if something does end up stuck shut, it's not a great loss.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't. I can still unscrew this part. That part's not stuck, but sometimes the blue cap will stick.
Yeah, the top cap.
Keep that off. But yeah, that's what I use is the.
Give me 1 second, guys. I got to put it on.
Hacked up to formula. That's the one I use. I buy about one a year because I usually, when I go to a show, I forget to bring it. And I need a first aid kit, so I end up stopping somewhere and buying a bottle at a Walmart or somewhere, Home Depot, Lowe's, whatever's open at that time.
You're always supposed to keep super glue in your car. If you ever cut your finger, you can glue it.
That burns like hell. That hurts worse than the cut did.
It can
Yeah,
be.
but it works.
It works.
So
I
it's tape.
Being an auto mechanic back in the day, we glued our fingers back together many a times because we didn't get to leave the shop.
That's all they're going to do at the ER.
Yeah. Pretty much now. They don't want to stitch anymore.
No, you have to do some serious damage to get thread work.
Gonna have to do. Yeah, our deck is made out of that plastic.
Yeah, my front deck is too. I didn't want to keep replacing the part that gets the most weather. It's not cheap.
There he is.
Hey, Dart.
Hey, Dart. How you doing, man?
I'm around trying to deal with this queen cat. She's my baby. At least I got both my hands. Okay? How's everybody doing?
We're doing pretty good. There's Jimmy. I'm working on a Phantom.
Hey, Jimmy. And Jace.
I'm working on
I ain't gonna be in long.
Jason.
boxes.
It hurts to stay shut up.
Cool.
What color did you end up going with, Jimmy?
You know, you make it very hard to go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we had problem. We used pressure treated lumber, and it, after about 10 years, all the galvanized nails were basically gone. So we pulled the whole thing up and put that plastic wood down for the decking. He said he painted it Elvis pink.
Yeah.
We replaced all the wood on our picnic table and our park benches. I got 3 of those park benches out in our backyard with that same plastic. I like it because I don't have to rub painting it.
Hey, you wanted to be. You made choices in order to do right, and now you're not making it. Yeah, you have a choice to get it. That's all you want. No, please. Okay.
I won't be in Akron. I'm going to Atlanta in October.
Oh, you won't be there?
I'll be at Acme, but I'm not going. There's the Akron show, Akron, Ohio show. It's in October. Kevin's going to that one. So yeah, I won't be there. I can't afford 2 trips in 1 month.
Nope. I still keep looking at whether or not I'll be going or not, but we say we are, so I just don't think I'll be getting a hotel for 2 nights. It's like an 8.5 hour drive for me, which is not really that bad, but it sucks when you turn around and stay all day and then turn around and come all the way back right away.
Yeah, that's why. For that, I get down there on Friday. Leave my house on Thursday night. Get down there Friday morning. Hang out on Friday. Take a nap usually in the afternoon. Hang out Friday evening with everybody, and then do the show on Saturday. Go to dinner. Crash out and get up on Sunday and come home. It's like 10
Sounds
hours
like a
from my house
typical
to
convention weekend.
Atlanta. It's like 10 hours drive.
Yeah, with my show, it's local here. It's about an hour one way, so you can make the day of it.
You know, this has been easier than what you want to say.
Depending on how bad they had the road tore up in Chattanooga. Every year they got the freaking road tore up in Chattanooga.
Yeah, that construction's always an issue. It doesn't seem to matter where you are anymore. They got all the downtown tore up here, and it's student moving week. So it's a real cluster.
2 years ago, everything south from almost to Atlanta, from Chattanooga, they had tore up. And last year, it was everything west of Chattanooga for about 100 miles was tore up. So hopefully they got it all done.
Thursday through Sunday, huh? Hey, Jason. I don't know if I saw you in here earlier. Or
Yeah, back me. That's my big trip of the year. That's my vacation for the year.
Mike, how come so many days? How many days is the actual show?
1.
1 day, right?
Yeah. So I leave on Thursday night, like at midnight. Drive all night and get there about noon on Friday. Friday night is like the social gathering. Everybody gets together at the hotel, and last year the hotel fed us all dinner, and we Fred did his live from the patio when everybody was half drunk, and then Saturday morning the hotel also fed us breakfast, and we did the show all day, and then everybody went to a bar and grill just down the street afterwards and had dinner Saturday night, and then went back and hung out at the hotel again and got shit faced second time. And so me, on Sunday morning when I got up, wandering around 10 o'clock, I got in the car and headed home.
Yeah, I think we were talking about leaving like late in the morning, or how you want to call it, early in the morning Thursday to get there by Friday afternoon.
Yeah, I drive straight through. I just stop for piss and McDonald's, basically, gas. And fortunately, if I can, I'll put all 3 together in the same stop.
But that's why we were trying to figure out 1 night or 2 nights, because I'm like, all right, we get there, we stay Friday night, Saturday's a show, and leave Saturday night to head back home.
Yeah, but after being up all day and everything the day before, it's better to stay the extra day and get some rest
Yeah.
before you head out if you got to drive more than an hour. Make a mini vacation out of it. Use the extra day to see something else in town.
Yeah, last year the Chamber of Commerce there in Cartersville actually ran shuttles between the show and the downtown shopping districts and down to the automotive museum there, which apparently right now has most of the Indianapolis 500 museums cars in it because they're redoing that up there in Indianapolis. It was a great time. So yeah, after the show, everybody went to the same restaurant and we took over the entire patio and had dinner and went back to the hotel and said bullshitted around until late in the evening again. And I got up on Sunday morning and when I got ready, got in the car and go home.
Right.
So yeah, it's right at 10-hour drive. If I don't get stuck in traffic for me. But it's like 2 food stops, 3 pee stops, and 2 gas stops.
Sounds about the same it'll be for me.
Yeah, I'd pack a cooler. That way I'm not spending money on the way down other than gas. Road food can be expensive.
Yeah. Don't even get me going on that one. I posted on my Facebook page because I stopped at McDonald's after seeing the dentist because we were hungry and I thought it was still breakfast time, but it was lunchtime. So I get a fish sandwich and I open it up because I always look at my sandwich. It's just a habit. I started laughing and my girl says, "What's the matter?" And I says, "You see this shit?" I says, "There's literally just a quarter piece of cheese on this sandwich. Not even
I'd make them do it over.
Not even a full slice of cheese." And I literally took a quarter and put it in the box next to the cheese and took a picture of it. And I'm like, it costs $7.99 for a fish sandwich now. Just a fish sandwich if you don't buy a meal. And you get a quarter slice of cheese, a fish fillet that doesn't even come over the edges of the bun anymore. It's like maybe the tips of the corners do. And they goop on this crappy sauce. And I'm just like, this is just bullshit. Their burgers kill me, so I have to either have chicken sandwich or fish sandwich. But I was just like, I can't.
I haven't eaten any of the food at McDonald's since they stopped making the French fries in peanut oil.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that 0.5% of the population is fucking allergic. I'm not.
Oh, it hasn't been good since they quit cooking it in March.
They don't even taste like potatoes now. I tried them recently. One of my kids brought some. And I was like, yeah, no, we're good.
Then they went and screwed up the apple pie, which was the best thing they ever had.
Oh, they screwed the apple pie up a long time.
Yeah, and the hash browns.
Yeah.
And actually, they've screwed up their breakfast sandwiches. Because I know the last time I went and I got a McGriddle, I was like, what the hell is this? This ain't even freaking McGriddle. This is like a chicken McNugget on steroids. Don't normally go to any of those places. It's always that last minute because you're out and about doing something and
yeah, if I get lucky enough to find one that actually has their shake machine working, I'll get a shake.
Yeah. Cakes are okay.
That's about it. And I mean, it's not even good ice cream, but it's about the only thing I can consume from there that doesn't upset my system.
Not ice cream, it's yogurt.
No, it's not yogurt.
Every time I take Mom out, all she wants to do is go to Hardee's and get a roast beef sandwich. So that's where we end up all the time. I hate
Hardee's or Arby's, man. We don't have Hardee's here anymore. We still have a few Arby's. That's still the same sandwich. They haven't ruined that one.
Wendy's used to be my go-to, and
Hey, Panzer. I like Wendy's. I can eat some of their stuff. But their prices are way too high for the amount of food you get.
Yeah, the Baconator was the way to go.
yes, Panza. Yeah, it's definitely It's definitely shrink and increase everything.
Oh yeah,
Bags of chips have shrunk, and then they
Cereal.
quantity inside. It's
Cereal's like half the size it used to be.
all our cans of vegetable and everything. The cans have gotten smaller because I got old cans of other things back in the day, and it's like you put the new cans up to it. It's like all they've done is decrease the package size and increase the price.
Yep. That is corporate greed.
Yeah, Kevin, waffle fries are good. I do like those. I get them quite a bit from. I usually get the TGIF ones in Walmart with their seasoning. They're the best. Well, not the best, but they're the best that I can get a hold of.
straight.
3 years, huh? You're from the UK, huh? God bless you.
Yeah, exactly, Panzer. Oh, it's been an ongoing thing here for decades. It's never going to change. Yeah, Arthur Treacher's has been gone for a long time. No, Kevin, it was before that. I really wish people would quit blaming it on that 2-year blip. It was way, way off the chain long before that. And it's been consistently getting worse over the years.
Well, I know for my area, right after the damn $15 an hour increase, that's when things really changed around here. Eggs and milk, and then it started going into the produce sections. And
no, you pay people more money, other people got to pay for it, don't you know? That's what corporate greed is all about.
Have you guys seen some of the videos that have been going around of, because they're playing with our foods, and
they've been doing that for decades.
I know, but people are getting produce from stores like Walmart's and everything else, and when they cut into it, it's like rubber. Bananas that actually bend, watermelon that you can kind of bite and it springs back.
That's because it's picked when it's not ripe, and they put that wax on it to protect it. It never matures correctly before they put that on there.
It's kind of like the chickens, all the steroids they're feeding them nowadays. The chicken don't taste. I know everybody says chicken don't have a flavor, but
yes, it does, and it has a specific texture, and there is a vast difference between a healthy, properly grown chicken and what you get in the grocery store here.
Yeah, raise your own chicken on your own meal. You know, the
If
natural
I could do
golden
that, I would
everything.
absolutely have chickens because they're awesome. I have friends that have them.
I can do it, but I just don't want to. And I don't like fresh eggs. Unfortunately, I'm a spoiled person.
I'm an eggaholic. That would be reason number one for having chickens would be fresh eggs every day.
Yeah, rubber food. Look it up. I mean, they're playing with. I've already seen some of the grow houses. They're playing with chemicals to try to increase the size of the food faster, so that they can pick it sooner. Because literally,
Yeah, and you can tell when they do it because it has no flavor.
right? But
There's
literally,
no smell. There's no fresh green smell.
yeah. But literally, we are pushing ourselves out of food.
Well, people need to stop multiplying at ridiculous rates.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean,
And more people need to grow food.
That would help too. But I'm just saying, there's a lot of concern that they should be there for the future. I might not see it, but pretty soon, someday, you're not going to be. They're going to have to synthesize, just like they say, you know, the old Star Trek. Walk out to a machine and tell me what you want. Chemically enhanced crap.
Humans are bad for the earth, Jeff. And there's no single person any of this can be blamed on.
All them fish nuts. Fish fingers.
That woman leans any further left, she's going to be standing on her head.
Texas has been cloning cows. Oh, we've been cloning a lot of things.
You can ask Jeff.
I mean, that's another reason why the bisons are pretty much back. Or buffalo, depends on how you want to. I'm surprised they haven't brought back the woolly mammoth.
Oh, some idiot's going to get that idea. They're going to try to bring back something that's extinct and screw everything up worse. But yeah, Texas A&M's been doing all kinds of freaky deaky shit with animals. Again, for years. It's not recent. It's not new.
No, that's what I said, because where I come from.
They were trying to clone cows back in like 2016.
Yeah.
And
Well,
prior to that.
They were doing that for a while because it was easier. It's easier for the scientists to use animals.
Yeah, no shit, Panther. If you haven't seen my Facebook, go take a look at my my last post.
Clone Trump. But where I come from up north, there's a lot of chicken farms. And that's why I know about the whole shit that they do. It's disgusting. It really is.
Hey, Jimmy.
What's up?
Hey, Jimmy.
None of them, Panther. None of them.
Yeah, no, we don't need any of them. Let's go a little further back and clone one of them. I could go for at least another Reagan.
Hey, Cliffy. I don't know. Can we
Yeah.
reboot back to the original Kennedy?
That would be nice too.
It wouldn't be ideal, but it would be better.
Way better, yeah. Some realists, some people that
With what we know now, so that Nixon doesn't get screwed. Oh, thanks, Dave.
Hey, Sarge.
Right, Jason.
Clippy, what's up?
Okay, I'll be back.
Okay, maybe here.
I'm sure you're and eat, and I'll go downstairs and I'll show you all the Cadillac.
Okay.
First kit I've actually tried clear coating, so it's looking okay.
It's Clone Washington. I'm sure the British could arrange. It doesn't miss. Oh, you must be talking about. Yeah.
If we're gonna clone someone, we need to bring back our queen, Betty White.
Wedding bells for Clippy pretty soon. That's what I hear. Congratulations. I think on the last slide I heard that, but I was in the comments. I couldn't resist that one. Yeah, fans there.
You getting a bachelor party, Clippy?
I try to keep
Yeah, him and
politics.
Gunther were going to Dairy Queen.
Yeah, you're not.
Oh, Kevin, there used to be one on the way to town that had the settling pond was right next to the road. The actual hog building for about 500 yards up the hill. And it smelled bad enough in the summertime. But about this time of the year, they would stick a freaking fire hose pump into that settling pond and spray that shit water all over the field. And the entire 5-mile radius sounds like pig shit. We used to call it the shit fountain.
Because it's good fertilizer for the grass.
Yeah, it's all the
But it stinks all the hell out of heaven, I know.
all the pig shit and stuff that gets washed down into the settling pond there.
Florida does this
It
similar.
percolates for about 10 months and then they spray it on the field.
All of the dumps around here, when they get up to a certain level, they actually, the porta potty people bring truckloads and truckloads of that, and they spray it all over the mountaintop to get the grass to grow. And it smells for weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And there he is.
Oh, what's going on? Like I said, it's dark and moist in here, but we're out camping. getting a little bit better signal than last night. We were setting up camp, so
that's why there was no live stream.
yeah, that's why there's no live stream, because like sitting there, I was like, yeah, probably getting everything set up. Even though we are staying in cabins, I rented like 7 cabins on like the vent Gunther Utz. Anyway, so the venue is actually on the opposite side of the lake, or I mean across the street. It's like a state park, so rented like I said, a bunch of cabins. And the problem is I couldn't do it just for the weekend. I had to rent these things for a fucking week.
Oh.
I'm like, son of a bit, but it's cool. So it's like, that's the only reason why. It's like, well, I'm paying for these bitches for a week. I'm going to use them for the week.
Yeah, fuck it.
You know, that's what I mean. It's like, shit, I might as well be up here using. So we were setting everything up last night and so on and so forth. And even though I got to go to work tomorrow, which ain't going to be bad, but everybody's going to love it when I fire up my Harley first thing tomorrow morning. So about probably 5:30, give or take, fire it up. Because they got quiet hours and stuff like that, but that's all right. Can't help how a vehicle runs.
Just make sure the coffee's ready. It'll make it all
the
better.
the coffee is going to be ready. I've already got it set up at the house so I had to bring home the vet bus last night. So that's actually parked at my house right now, so I can leave out in the morning. So I got to go from the campsite, drive home to my house, pick up the bus, and then leave from there, because it saved me time instead of driving all the way into Auburn and stuff like that. So
you gotta be kidding me, Panzer. Is that really true?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, there must have been something in the chat. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Oh, we're talking about the smell of the hog farms and the shit pools that they spray.
In Florida, uses the porta potties when the dumps get.
Oh, that's all right. It's about to be the fuck y'all's feeling. Yep.
For the grass. It's freaking, and it smells. And
yep.
I mean, the dump's
true story, Donnie. True story. But yeah, I seen y'all were live, so I just figured I'd drop in for a few minutes and see what was going on and stuff like that. And apologize for not doing the live last night, but like I said, we were up here getting everything kind of ready and stuff like that. So, hey, what's going on there, Mike? How we doing? Yeah. Well, that's all right. The nice thing is where we're at, since I have all 7 cabins, it's going to be when I get out toward the main gate and stuff like that. But there ain't really too many campsites up, or people in the campsites right now. I think I went by like 7 different spots that had like maybe like a tent and like 2 campers. So it ain't going to be too bad. And I'm not going to be rocking on it and stuff like that.
Oh, you should wake them the hell up.
Yeah, come on, man.
Fuck it.
Celebrate it.
Yeah, I will. Like I said, just firing that bitch up with the cold start in the morning. It's yeah, that's right. I did it. It's sitting at my house again, but like I said, I left my truck at the motor pool, and I wasn't going to leave my motorcycle at the county motor pool overnight because, well, yeah, I was born in the dark, but it wasn't last night, so. Someone would see, oh, there's a Harley Davidson in here. Oh, let's fucking steal it. And yes, I am more than licensed to drive the short bus, as a passenger and a driver. But yeah, but I mean, it's only like about 20 minutes. So where the campsite is like literally 20 minutes from my house. It's literally on the opposite side of the lake. So I basically just got to go up probably about 4.5 miles, cut over about 2.5 miles across the tip of the lake, and then shoot down east side of the lake where I live, and about 10 miles. Yes, it does. Well, you've heard my bike, Mike. You know what it sounds like, so Mike's heard my bike. He knows.
What do you got for pipes on it?
I just got the regular Vance and Hines slip-ons. It's got the fuel. It's basically a stock 103. It's got the Vance and Hines Fuel Pack 3 with the Vance and Hines slip-on, Cobra open air intake. So, and it's just basically Street Glide Custom 2014. So,
Sounds anything like my dad's bike. It's loud.
yeah. Oh, it's loud.
Oh, my dad's
It's
bike's
loud.
not loud enough. You'll hear his music before you ever hear the bike.
Oh no, mine. It's like I got to turn my music up to hear my music over my bike.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the right way.
Yes.
Yeah. His bike's loud.
Well,
He's got
the slip-ons don't have
speakers in each
baffles in them
bag.
either. So I forgot the slip-ons don't have baffles in them. So
Nobody
because I
else
had a
needs
hell of a rattle, and I found out there was no baffles in there. So somebody, when they pulled the baffles, they just kind of boogered up one of the screws there, and it come loose and stuff like that. Anyway, long and the short of it, I'm like, I pulled it out expecting to be all this fiberglass packing. There's no fiberglass packing in there. It was just the steel mesh, and I'm like, that goes on the tip. I'm like, oh, well. So, I mean, it sounds good. I mean, I've had a lot of compliments on how well it sounds. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right. You just got to buy one or just get an engine with the pipes on it. You know, you ain't got to have a whole motorcycle, Kevin Smith.
Just add that to your lawnmower. Just stick a 103 on your riding lawnmower. It'll be awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And it'd be fast as fuck, too, if you gear it right.
Yeah, great. Get your lawn done twice as fast.
Mm-hmm.
Loud. Yeah. I've ridden with a lot of guys. I can't ride no more. I never got to own a Harley, but you know, my bike.
Well, no, this was kind of a part of a retirement present. I like my metric bikes because I got a 92 VMAX 1200. I've got a 13 Striker 1200, and I got a CB 654 1979. And let's see. Then I've got a 73 Sportster 1000. It's like a basket case. That's the old school Sportster with a 4-speed right side shift.
Yeah, you're right.
That's old school. That's 73. And Gunther, relax. You are fine.
Gunther.
You know,
Yeah, I just got rid of 2 years back. I got rid of my M109.
those are nice. Those Suzuki's are nice. The 109s are nice. They're a quick bike too.
Yep. I had no problem keeping up with anybody.
No, I was gonna say, and that's like the thing with my VMAX. There ain't really a whole lot on the road that'll keep up with that thing. Corners is one thing. That VMAX, a shaft drive, and
Right.
it's like more of a muscle bike, straight line. So yeah, that's But yeah, I got to get on that. I got to do the starter clutch in that because it sounds like it's got like a whole Gunther, quiet. He's got a whole bag of gravel and chain case when you're trying to start it. So
Yeah, I had a Jixter 1000 before I bought the M109, but I was tossed up whether I was going to buy a Hayabusa or buy the 109, and the Hayabusa, I just kept telling myself, you're just going to get your ass in trouble. So,
oh yeah, no, that you will. I've been in trouble once on my VMAX, and I didn't realize that. When I went by, I didn't realize it was an unmarked. I didn't realize it was an unmarked car when I went by. So, but I also wasn't paying attention to that. I was like trying to focus.
yeah,
But he did let me off because he seen my back patch from being like combat vet, and he was a vet himself. He said I would normally take it away, but I see what's going on. I see that you're getting off with a warning this time. Just keep it down and stuff like that. And I don't want to have to do a report picking you up all over the road. I'm like, got it. Okay, got it. That is true. It's just like my Striker. It's got that ripped out front end and low
What are
and
you talking about? The 109 don't take 40 acres to turn it.
maybe like 22. Hey, I know my striker because that front end is like raked out on it. Gunther, Gunther, quiet. Anyway, because the front end's also raked out on that too, so that's like it takes a little bit
Yeah,
because it's got a hell of a rake on it.
I can't remember what it was. My brother-in-law bought. He doesn't know how to work on anything, so he brought it to me. But he bought this chopper back in the day. It was a Harley frame, but it was so friggin' long, and it had a Kawasaki motor in it, and you literally could not turn that around anywhere.
Yeah, because the forks were so long on it.
Yeah, and every time he gave it just a little bit, it just it was like, I'm like, you think you're gonna ride this thing?
Yep. You got to plan your corners and make them wide, like arc them out.
Right. You'd be better off if you dropped your foot peg in the ground and hit the gas and then spun it around.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. I got a big thing with my Harley and stuff like that. I got to quit going around corners sometimes so fast. I'll come in a little hot and forget I got them foot peg things, and I got scrapes on my sideboards.
Yes. My ex's, she had the Boulevard 90.
Ooh, the 90.
We used to do the same thing. If I took the corners too tight and too low, sure enough, that 10 millimeter bolt on the bottom it would hit the asphalt and cause that bike to jump up off the ground, and she'd be screaming at me. I'm like, what do you want me to do?
Exactly. Oh my God, yes. Yeah, because
that was when I was so happy that she said she wanted to learn to ride and have her bike back, and I said, good, do it so I can get mine.
Yeah, exactly. That's the big thing there is. Oh shit. Hey, what's going on there, Edward? How we doing? How you doing?
Hey, Edward.
What's up?
Oh, sorry. Gunther, quiet. It's just mommy. Oh, okay. But anyway, yep, dragging floorboards. Because when I changed the brakes and the oil on it last week, Gunther down. Yeah, it was. Buddy's like, "Jesus Christ, man, you taking?" No, I'm good. Oh shit, that's what the hell is we? Well, shit, let there be light and there's light. No, it's actually August is when I'm getting married, Edward. Like this Saturday, so or for this Saturday, yeah. I know that's why we're camping. Gunther sick, so.
Should have waited till next Saturday. That was on my birthday.
Oh, no kidding. No, I didn't choose the date. She chose the date, so.
I chose Christmas Eve with my ex, just so I couldn't forget.
That actually makes pretty good sense, actually. Gunther, chill. All right, relax. Oh, that's cool. I guess let there be light, and there's a little solar light here. But, oh shit! What a night! Yeah. So I just wanted to kind of stop in, see who was in there, and say hi to everyone. And like I said, last night was a little different. Stayed out here, and it was a good time. So, like I explained to everyone in the beginning, it's pay good money. Might as well try to take the time because I couldn't just get the weekend and stuff like that. So.
I hope you enjoy yourself.
Oh yeah, I will. Like I said, I'm still working, but I only pretty much like working in the morning and stuff like that. So
Yeah, this would be next weekend. Yeah, I used to do the same thing with my kids way back in the day because for my birthday we'd always go camping, and I'd have to work those last couple of days. I had to drive all the way from the campsite to work and then back. But it was for the kids. You done yet? Oh, thank God.
Can I have my shoe?
I was gonna say, get off mommy's shoe so she can put it on. No, thank you. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do with him. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna probably shut my phone off here to save a little bit of battery and stuff like that because it's almost like quiet hours for the generator. Hey, you relax. But anyway,
Gunther.
yeah, see, it's all good. We'll see. Mommy come in and got some. Hey, Gunther, relax. She just came in to get some stuff out, and she's walking back over to the other campsite where her son, daughter, my father's got his camper up over here, and my nieces are over, so we got like a whole kind of like family. We got extra room for other people, you know, they're here and stuff like that. That's why we got all 7. So, because it's going to be that kind of like the after party. Gunther, will you relax? You are fine. You can see mommy from here. I don't care. You need to be quiet. You need to be quiet. Hey, chill. Relax. Hey, Gunther, relax.
Squirrel.
But anyway.
Sounds like a mama.
Oh yeah, well she walked over there with a bag of stuff and whatnot, and he
What,
you know,
Gracie?
Gunther, I'm just sitting here and stuff like that.
What, Gracie? You hear that puppy on there? My dog's freaking out.
I
Here
you
your dog.
never know and stuff like that. I mean, it's kind of in pieces right now. I got a gasket set I got to put in there, Papa, but that's 73. I mean, it ain't got no paperwork, but you live up in Vermont anyway, so you could be able to actually probably get it titled, so.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh yeah, Gunther's here, so he just watched mommy walk across to where everyone else is, and hey, chill. And he got to meet some new people today, and oh, it was a good time. Good time.
Gracie. Why? That's just a dog on the phone, dog. My dog's looking all around trying to figure out where the hell that dog is.
Yep,
Hey,
Mine's just laying on the floor.
Fat little shit, where you at? Stop it. This dog's a freaking roly-poly. Yeah, you're my fat little lab, ain't you? Little fat ass. What the hell? I was muted.
Huh?
How long was I muted? What the hell?
everyone else out there in the. But
Oh shit! Sitting here trying to talk, and I want to know everybody was ignoring me.
all right. Well, I'm gonna let y'all go and stuff like that. I'm at about 30%. I'm gonna go maybe plug my phone over in at my father's camper so it could charge a little bit for tomorrow and stuff like that. I love it, Edward. That's awesome. Yes, it is Tuesday. Oh shit!
Dog training videos.
Gracie, May, chill out. My dog's freaking out here in Gunther. Gracie, chill out.
All right, y'all. Y'all take care. It's fun. We'll catch y'all next week. If not, maybe I'll stop by the house tomorrow when I go get the van, or after I get my truck back there or whatever, because I'm gonna have to park that back at the house. Shit like that. Maybe I'll make a quick video and stuff like that and drop it. So, but anyway, y'all take care. Appreciate it. Maybe I'll catch another live before Saturday. It just signal up here is like kind of hit and miss. So,
Right.
So anyway,
Yeah.
y'all take care. Appreciate it and enjoy. Thanks, Bob, for hosting. Mike, Marcy, Kevin, Jeffa, Edward, Donnie, let's see, Little Jimmy, Panzer Cat, Norm, Mike, let's see, I don't already call my, I'm just going through King Bob. All right, y'all, I am out. See ya.
Later.
All right, see you, man. Hey, Gracie, you calm down now that Gunther's gone. You calm the fuck down.
Sorry about that, guys. My brother was on the phone.
You're good.
Really Tuesday? Yeah, it's only Tuesday.
I hope it was Tuesday. Otherwise, I didn't have to work today. Went into work for nothing if it's not Tuesday. I'll be back.
Yeah, it's already Wednesday there.
Wednesday where?
Across the pond.
Across the pond?
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Yeah, I used to be off on Mondays and Tuesdays, so my schedule was always a mess compared to everybody else in the world. Yep. Yeah, you're 6 hours ahead of me here in Missouri.
Misery.
Right now, for a couple of weeks, you'll be 5 hours, and then it goes back to 6 because you guys change the daylight savings time at a different time than we do.
Did it again?
I have no idea why we still do that.
You know, we keep saying they're gonna stop it, but continue with it.
So I got news for you. The cows don't know whether or not it's daylight savings time, and they still want to be milked.
Nope.
Whether it's 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, it doesn't make a difference to what time. If it's standard time or daylight time, they don't notice.
Nope. Plants don't know, none of that knows. It's just for people. I know around here, when they were talking about it, the only defense that most people on the board was given was because of the kids that go to school.
Well, when I was a kid in the wintertime, it was dark when I got on the bus in the morning. It was dark when I got home at night, so it didn't really matter.
Exactly. And I had to walk through the snow. Yeah.
I did that when we lived in Wyoming. I had to walk to school. It was only like 2 blocks, but it was some days it was a chore. Being 7 years old and having snow halfway up your hip to your hip, walking uphill to school.
Yeah.
But they did not close school there. They closed for antelope season. They closed for like 9 days. Closed school for antelope season, but not for. One time they closed school if it got just so brutally cold that it was too dangerous to be outside.
Pretty much, yeah. If you couldn't drive the roads, if the buses couldn't drive the roads, then we didn't go to school. But otherwise, they didn't care.
Well, they kept the main highways clear, but everybody in town had a snow machine. You just ran around with a snow machine.
That's how it is around here. If the buses can't get through, they'll close it. But otherwise, they don't close it for shit.
In fact, when I was going to school there, they didn't even have a hot lunch program, so we went home for lunch. We went to school from 8 a.m. to noon, and then we're off until 1 o'clock, and you go home and eat lunch and come back. Either that or you carry a box lunch, but didn't have a hot lunch at school. The high school did, but the elementary school did. Hey, Onyx.
Oh, the Lord, get me off Evil Bay.
You got enough kits for now. Save your money.
Yeah, I'm still looking for that old AMT, the Snap Tight Tahoe kit. That's the only out of all of them I've ever seen. I've been looking for none of the promo kits. It's the only kit that has the C71 90s body wheels that I need to recreate my dad's truck.
Do the search for that kit and then save the search. And anytime one gets listed, you'll get an email. You don't have to go. You don't have to go. They'll come to you. As long as you save that search, every time one gets listed on it that meets that criteria, you'll get an email.
Oh, all right. Yeah, there's 2 of them on eBay actually right now, but they're both like $50.
I mean, I'm looking for the MPC 1970 GTO that's not the super stocker, and they pop up like hen's teeth, and then they want a boatload of money for them.
Yeah.
It would almost be cheaper to buy a Johan promo car and then finish it out than what they're wanting for that AMT kit.
I've got one saved on here. Negotiating a little bit with the guy. It's one of the old Johan promo Cadillacs, the 76 DeVille. And because he wants $40 for it, but if I can get him down to like 25,
that's a good thing to look for if you get to a show. That kind of thing.
Yeah, because even with it being the promo, I can still take it apart and I can still paint it and do what I want to it. Just won't have a motor.
It's just a curbside kit. I mean, you got 4 screws on the bottom. Take the chassis out, and then the wheels come off, and the chrome pieces are just pushed in.
Yeah, well, I can get it for
40 is probably reasonable for a promo kit because they usually go $80 to $100. They're decent.
I've been looking at the
empty boxes for $20.
Yeah, I've been looking at them old caddy kits some years. 40's not a bad price, but I'd prefer to pay 25, 30. Yeah, I'll wait for his message back. It's free shipping too, so
make an offer. Put an offer in $30.
I did. I offered him 25, and counter strike 35. I'll tell him 30.
Okay. Offer 30, and if he says it, worst he can say is no. Or go up another $2.
Yeah, which even then $40. Shit.
Because if he's doing free shipping, the shipping is $10 or $11. So you are getting a decent price.
Yeah. I really want to do one of the recreate one of the old Superfly Cadillacs. Them old Johan promos are the only kits those years of Cadillac.
Mm.
So yeah, just whatever one you want. Do that search on eBay, and then there's a button that says Save Search, and then you will get an email anytime one gets listed.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the same thing, like I said, if you got one that's a little more than you want to pay, just put it in your watch list, and a lot of times you'll get an offer. And then you can always counter offer or move on. But yeah, you'll get an email.
Yeah, I remember that.
You'll get an email, like get one email every day with everything that's listed.
Yeah.
So what I'm looking for, AMT only did it like one time, one pop of it as a regular car. And they did it once as a funny car, and then they cut the tooling up and made it into that super stocker. And it's been run as a super stocker ever since. So I know they can't go back without making a new tooling, so they're never going to make another one.
Yeah.
And I got two 72s come on my watch list because 71 and 72, the only difference was the externally was the one had honeycomb front grille and the other one had the square or rectangle slat grill.
Yeah.
And then the taillights, one of them had the prism glass and the other one had smooth plastic, which is on the model. You can't tell the difference anyway on those two things. And I will have all my GTOs once I get that 70. Because I'm not doing a 73. Those are freaking ugly.
Yeah.
It's a Nova 73 Nova with a shaker hood and a different front and rear balance. And they're ugly as sin. And I don't count the GTO that came out like 2000, whatever. That one doesn't count.
I like the look of those 2000s GTOs.
Well, I know, but to me, it's not a GTO.
Yeah. Yeah, supercharged V6 them things. Them things ain't slow. GM makes some pretty pissed off V6s.
Oh no, we get tomatoes growing on our ass. That they grow here, I get almost more tomatoes than I do zucchinis, and that's a hard thing to do. Because one zucchini plant will give you 1,000 zucchinis, it seems like.
My dad
that just means you have happy dirt. And all you'll ever need is one zucchini plant, no more than two. By about mid-season, you'll be looking for unlocked cars to put the damn things in.
Yeah.
And yes, Kevin, tomatoes were bad this year because we had so much heat. Tomatoes do not do well to ripen properly or grow properly when it's too hot.
Yeah, my dad has a bunch of tomato plants, and that was our issue. His peppers
ours, I can only get morning sun. After about 11 o'clock, they're kind of in the shade the rest of the day, so they didn't burn up too bad. So we had plenty of tomatoes. They weren't big. They weren't very big, but we had plenty of them.
They just can't turn the proper color before you can't pick them unless you always want green tomatoes.
Ours did all right, but they didn't get big. The biggest one was probably about that big. They never got big.
You start to turn red on the vine before you pick them, unless you want, like I said, if you want them to be.
Presently, the thing that's growing the best out in our yard is our apple trees. They're not real big, but damn, them things produce some damn apples. Except for the green apple tree. That tree don't produce shit.
Our fruit trees always had so many bugs in them and that you couldn't, because we didn't treat them or anything. They were just there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we had the cherry trees, but you had about 2 days to pick the cherries, otherwise the birds would just clean them out.
Yep.
There'd be no cherries left.
Same with my raspberries. I actually potted one raspberry plant this year, and it's just now producing fruit. It was a little bit too hot for them too.
Yep.
Pecans, we have more of them every year than you could shake a stick at. If I wasn't too lazy, I could probably pick them up and make a couple $100.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get another plum tree.
Or that, or charge people $1 a pound to come in. They can pick their own up off the ground.
Yeah, pick them. You put them at a table at the front of the road. And put a sign on it that says, "Please donate." Put a little tin out there, and you see how many people come by and throw a couple bucks in there and take them.
Yeah.
Yep. You do that down here with the avocados.
Oh yeah, we got a stand not too far down the road from me at the cornfields where they got a big corn stand.
There's only around us, they're all sweet corn.
Market farm here called Blocks.
Hey,
That's
Chuck.
all this damn state is, corn.
The only corn they grow around here is feed corn, so nobody's growing sweet corn.
Yeah, our market farm Blocks, they grow feed corn and sweet corn. So corn is like their main thing, but they have everything else, including, vegetable plants and flower plants and stuff like that in the spring. They make good use of the few months of good weather we have here.
Get some water out of that back.
All right, I just finished my coffee. Now I'm ready to go downstairs and work on something. Where in the flip flop? Yep.
And
One, I don't know where the other is. Yeah.
for those just signing in, there's our I Dream of Genie 65 GTO. Got a big hair on it. Focus. There's our engine. There's NASA on the front. And we did the tops with magnets so I can switch between the two. I can run it with the top up or the top down.
It also depends on if you plant the same thing in the same place every year too, Kevin. If you didn't amend the soil and you put your tomatoes in the same place, you're not going to get the same growth like the prior year, ever.
And those are the Jay's Pontiac rallies that I got from him, the 21, 22s. They just look so much better than the kit ones.
Yeah, I like those. Those look good.
Same wheel, but the other ones are just so flat and two-dimensional.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one was a total pain in the ass too.
I like the color on that one.
Yeah, I like it too, but the paint was a bitch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try decanting it, thinning it out with unicorn tears, and try to spray it to the airbrush. Because out of the can, it was bad.
Yeah.
It dried before it got to the car and was splotchy, and so the nozzle wasn't great, I guess. But so these wheels came out of the GTO, the 65 GTO. These were the alternate wheels, these Vector wheels. I only planted like 3 tomato plants this year because it's just me and Mom around here. So
Yeah, I did 1 raspberry bush, 1 tomato, Roma specifically, and then 2 jalapenos and 2 purple peppers because green peppers are boring.
but when everybody was still living around close, we used to do a big garden, half our backyard was a garden.
Yeah, when we were at the old house, we had a 10 by 20, and the back quarter of the yard was all garden.
We put in tomatoes and corn, and put in like 2 zucchini plants and two squash plants, and get a lifetime supply of those. And a little bit of corn and some green beans, watermelon. We always put watermelon in every year.
Yeah, we did pumpkins, zucchini, tomatoes, spinach, and a couple of different lettuces, cucumbers, green beans, snap peas, strawberries.
Our neighbor always did cucumbers, so we never did because they're like zucchini. You get.
Yeah, we never did corn because my aunt had a small farm and they grew corn, so we always had corn. She was giving that stuff away by the sack.
Yeah, cucumbers and zucchini. Everybody in town was trying to get rid of this stuff.
Yeah, like I said, 1 or 2 zucchini plants, and by mid-season, you're looking for unlocked cars to put bags of them in. Can only put so much of that shit in the freezer, you know?
I never didn't even like zucchini, but we were a kid on the farm. You ate what you could put in front of you. You didn't eat, so. We ate a lot of it.
Good if prepared right.
Oh yeah, we bred now. I bred it and deep fried. I'll eat it, but
Yeah, it's good that way. I take the smaller zucchini and take the seeds out, slice it the long ways and take the seeds out and fill it full of the same stuff that you would stuff into a pepper, basically rice and hamburger and tomatoey spices, some tomato sauce, mozzarella cheese, and shove it in the oven and bake it. Little zucchini boats.
Same thing with broccoli and cauliflower. I hated them as a kid. I eat them all the time now, but
I'm not a cauliflower fan. I like broccoli though. I'll eat cauliflower, but I won't go out of my way to eat it.
the one I still refuse to eat is artichokes. I hated them as a kid, and I hate them now.
Oh, I love artichokes, but they're not really worth the work. It's a whole lot of effort for very little return.
Yeah, I hated them as a kid, and I still hate them now. That and beets. I hated beets too.
Oh, beets are good. I love beets.
Beets are good for you too.
Most root veggies are good for you for the trace minerals.
I don't know. Maybe it was just the way I've always had. They were always, the kind of vinegar stewed, and I just never cared for it. Never liked it.
Yeah.
Now that I don't have to eat it, I don't.
Right. Beets they're a special skill, like growing a proper tomato. If they get too big, they get a real greeny, weird taste. Gotta pick them before they get too big. Miracle Grow might be 90% of your problem there, Kevin. You're poisoning your tomatoes. Best thing for tomatoes is worm castings.
They make Miracle Grow about 50 miles from here is where the plant is.
Yeah, that stuff is no bueno. You can keep it. Got enough carcinogens in my life, I won't willingly put it on my food.
Yeah, it's just up on the highway from 17 miles north and about 30 miles east on the highways where they make Miracle Grow. Got yellow on it after it dries. That should make it better. I don't know what's wrong with my camera.
Whoa, it just went totally screwy.
Let me switch cameras.
Yep, we lost the boss.
You know, his computer was acting up when he tried to get on, so hopefully it ain't that.
There he is.
Okay, I'm back. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna clean out my cache on my computer tonight. See if that helps. Right when I started the live stream, my computer decided to update my antivirus. It's been acting crazy all night long.
That didn't work. Tried to go downstairs and I was going to show you all the Cadillac, and my fucking phone died. Well, I'll show it sometime this week. I got about 5 layers of clear coat on that damn thing.
Nothing new for you, Panther.
It should be glistening in the sun then, huh?
Yeah, well, this is the first time I've ever clear coated something, so let's hope it's decent.
Use Rust-Oleum 2K?
Yep.
Just don't touch it.
Nope. I also been messing with this glitter spray stuff I got.
You putting that in your hair?
No. I took one of my spare Chevelle bodies and I painted it black, did the red glitter spray, and I've got about 4 or 5 layers of clear coat on that. And it looks really good. So might be doing something nice.
We did that with
I do the color ships all the time. I like doing the color ship paints. You can take the same color ship paint and put it over different colored base colors, and you get completely different effects.
Yeah. I don't know if you watch Barbatos, but he's got a paint coming out called Green Sky. And if you paint it over black, it's green. And if you paint it over white, it's blue.
What the hell did I cut? I got brown.
Yeah, I was watching that video earlier. His paint line's looking pretty good.
Yeah, his paint line is pretty cool. Just, I don't know. I mean, I guess you pay for the price, but I don't like paying that kind of money for it.
I like on Mustang the ghost stripes, but just doing a different color ship.
I don't know what the hell I touched. I got something brown all over me.
So they ship different colors.
It's been like paint or something, I guess. What? Oh. But yeah, I want to try to start doing some different kind of paint. So I've got some color shift down there. I'm gonna be messing with sparkle spray crap. I'm gonna be messing with a little bit. Trying to do something different.
Supercolor has this in their 1K clear. They've got an extreme pearl, and that's I don't know, this my camera probably won't pick it up, but it's a metal flake. It's primarily blue and a little bit of gold metal flake in it. It's mica pearl is what they call it.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
I think this is
For to dry. It takes at least 2 days to dry.
Tester's red sparkle spray I have. And that damn Rust-Oleum clear coat's liking it. Usually with other paints, that Rust-Oleum clear coat doesn't like any other paint.
Well, Tester's glitter is I believe is an enamel, and then the regular Rust-Oleum will be an enamel. You'd be fine.
Okay.
You're putting enamel over enamel.
Rust-Oleum and Testers are the same company, don't forget.
Yeah, but about half of the Tester's paints are lacquers and half are enamels.
Yeah. And they've screwed with the formulas too.
And the two don't play well together, except for their clear. You can put their clear lacquer over a cured enamel without it doing weird stuff.
Yeah, but it has to be cured out for at least a couple of days.
Because it's not super hot.
Yeah, I've been bringing my paint jobs up in my room and letting them dry. It's so damn hot around here. My Rust-Oleum's not wanting to dry correctly. It'll stay sticky for a couple weeks.
You need to have a window open and a fan on to help.
Yeah, that's why I've been bringing up in my room. There ain't really any windows downstairs. I'll just take them up there, put them on my desk, and leave them in my room all day, and they'll dry pretty quick.
Next time you're running around, go by the Goodwill store and see if they got a dehydrator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can put them in put your body in the dehydrator, and overnight it'll be done. You can make your own dehydrator if you wanted, but
A lot less hassle just to find a used one.
yeah, if you can find a used one like at a Goodwill store, you're about better off.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make one with a cardboard box and a light bulb, but the other one, the food dehydrator, seems to work a little bit better. It's purpose built, or if you can find an incubator for like chicken eggs, but some of those can get a little too warm.
Yeah, even on low, I think those would be too much.
Yeah, I think the red sparkle spray I'm gonna use on that 39 Chevy panel truck.
And just shoot your base color on a plastic spoon, and then shoot it with that one and see if you like it before you commit to putting it on the body.
Yep. I already know I'm a murder out the whole panel truck. Everything on it's gonna be black, and the only real color on it's gonna be that little red sparkle in it.
When I did the Bonneville, that was a happy accident that I put the pink champagne color shift over the red car body, and it really turned out well. It gives it a glow.
That color shift, I'm thinking about putting that on that 70 Buick Wildcat I got down there. It being a curbside, doing something good with the paint.
Yeah, so you can put that over other colors, because they recommend black, but you can put it over other colors.
Yeah.
Different results. My 32 Ford was, I put that over dark blue. Put the purple sunrise over dark blue. It turned out really cool.
Yeah, I've been messing with a couple colors on that can.
So on that Mustang, I used 2 different purple color shifts so I can make the ghost stripes with the one color. The body is yellow. I used Duplicolor Midnight Blue. Where's it at? They call it dark blue is what they just call it. DM color, dark blue. This replaces the midnight blue, I guess, because the old T150 they don't have anymore. So yeah, that was what I used. And then I put DS13 over it. In fact, I got TS8 navy blue from Blue Angels Phantom that I'm working on here. I thought about using this blue, but it's a little too dark. In fact, even this plastic is too dark. The Blue Angels blue is lighter than this. Vallejo Model Air deep sky blue is like a perfect color for Blue Angels. I might do is hit it with a coat of the TS8 and then go over it with the Vallejo Model Air if I don't like the color of the TS8. If that's the color they recommend for Blue Angels jet. Just looking at the can, I think it's too dark. It may spray a lighter color than what the can lid is. Work on while that's drying. I'll start building wings. My 4 instructions here. Yes, we can build the wings. Build the wings. Oh yeah, the glitter. Well, that glitter never goes away. That stays on forever.
Stripper glitter?
Yes.
No glitter of any kind. Glitter is the herpes of the craft world.
Yeah, I can't see Chad. I'm over on Evil Bay.
You want to know how bad glitter is? My son's accident happened in 2011. He was working at a craft store at the time, and he used to come home. He always had glitter on his shoes. I'm still finding glitter. Glitter is eternal.
Yeah, the glitter that never goes away is that damn stripper glitter.
Why is my phone being retarded?
Yeah, so when I did the F100, I painted it emerald green, and then I put the turquoise color shift over the top of that. and that really turned out well. And then I also used the turquoise over the icy blue testers paint, and again, you got really cool results from it. So you can use that color shift on other colors besides black. You get the biggest color shift, truest color shift, I guess, when you cut it over black, but when you put it over other colors, you get different results. And I just really bought the dragonfly, the folk art dragonfly. That's basically what that is.
I don't have to worry about that at the moment,
Exactly, Panther.
Kevin. Talking to this girl I work with, though, good lord. Latino heat. The only reason I really got to know her was I helped her change the oil on her fucking Chrysler 300.
What you like?
Maybe else can get because the dragonfly. I got a purple color shift. And nope, they put the names on the stuff anymore. Yeah, purple planet dragonfly that I bought last time.
Yeah, we need to just like, I don't know. I think they need to sign out flamethrowers and point them in that direction, Panther.
Man, I can't get this guy to freaking message me back. He's dead set on getting $100 for this fucking thing.
Then he doesn't want to sell it, right?
Yeah, it's already been on eBay for a month. It's the Harley Davidson F-150 Revell kit with the motorcycle and the trailer.
Oh, that's a $60 kit. You can kick
Yeah, it's
rocks.
$100 for it.
Fucking dollars. It better be including postage, and I better get something else with it.
Yeah, it's free shipping on it, but I told the dude, like, come down to 50. He's had it up on there for a month. Fucking whatever. I'll leave my offer of 50 up, and I'll see if he finally decides to sell it. Usually, if people won't come down to my price, I just won't even buy the fucker.
No, let's not insult the cockroaches.
Let's move on to the next one. Just move on to the next one.
Yeah, I like haggling. If I see something catches my eye online or like on eBay, I mean, I'll always try to haggle with them a little bit.
So most time, if I see something like that, I just put it in my watch list, and about half the time they'll send me an offer. If they're wanting to move it.
All right, night, Jeff.
And I'll usually counter with a couple dollars less.
See you, Jeff.
Good night. Yeah, that's a good part about going to shows too. You can kind of haggle those prices a little bit.
Yeah.
Or you can grind somebody's gears until they finally give in, like I did for how long on that drop faucet that?
Yeah, like it. Stuff like that, like at flea markets and stuff. If they got a couple things I want, I'll always do a big bundle package for however much I'm willing to pay.
This was just one item, and the guy had it for ages, and I was the only one touching it. The things were in the same order in the box as they were when I opened it and could have went through it.
It shows too. What I'll do sometimes is there's a kid I want, and he wants say 30 bucks for it, and I think it's too much. I'll grab it and a $20 kit and see if he'll take 40 for both, and I'll take the other kit I didn't want and throw it on eBay, dump it off.
Yeah, I've done that, or just give it away.
Yeah, or just give it, because then I got the kit for $10 less because I can, $20 less because I can sell that other one. There's lots of ways to get around it. I said doing that save search is the best way to find the deals, because you get an email whenever one shows up.
Mice eat the instructions, Bob.
I do that all the time on the B58 Hustlers. The people get on there and they want 100, 120, 130 bucks for them, and I just do a save search, and they pop up, and I wait till one pops up that's a fair price, and I just grab it.
I have the X tool, Edward. X tool. My pronunciation not good.
That was weird. My phone decided to start an update and then stop an update.
So my computer did that too today.
Well, it started updating, it froze, and then it said update failed. I was like, why the fuck started that?
You need to change your settings on your phone so that you can tell it when to do it.
Yeah, I hate this fucking phone.
I have mine all set to a specific time and day. That way I don't have to deal with it.
Yeah, mine usually does it like 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't know why.
How'd you know I was using a laser cutter, Edward?
Because of how straight the cuts were.
You were talking about it earlier, but I don't think he was in here when.
He wasn't in here earlier. That's why I was like, how'd you know I was using a laser cutter? How straight them cuts were, huh? I give it to you, Jimmy. I got you earlier, so yeah. Yeah, I don't think anybody's cut that straight. They have.
Yeah, it's the same stuff, Kevin.
I think the X2 company makes a small portable one. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Because their platform was always kind of the bigger size.
Facebook update. Motherfucker, I don't even have Facebook. Kiss my ass. This fucking phone.
The pre-bought ones are never that neat and straight and cut. The manufacturer, that's because they're trying to do high volumes.
If the Messenger app is on your phone, Jimmy, it's gonna always try to update it.
No,
And they're also
I'm logged into my mom's just for like marketplace. You know what? That might be it.
Yep.
Panzer. They're using a CO2 laser. They don't really go with a diode laser.
Speaking of marketplace, where is this at? Eka, Missouri. Where the fuck is that at?
Eureka?
Eureka, yeah.
That's where Six Flags is.
He was lurking, Edward, huh?
It's just southwest of St. Louis on High 44.
Oh.
So Eureka is where Six Flags is. It's also where the world's first Holiday Inn Holodome was built.
All right. Well, this girl's got quite a few kits for, like, pretty nice kits for 200. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Yeah.
13.
My cats used
13. They're all older kids.
That's Cooper. I thought about buying the already done because I didn't really want to do all this work and everything else. But some of them are for the price and everything else. I don't think they were worth the money.
Yeah, if you let your dog eat utensil, you're gonna have danglers there. You're gonna have dingle balls.
Dingle balls.
If you're hanging out with one of the kids.
Oh, I had a cat that used to eat tinsel off the Christmas tree, gift wrap shit.
I think just about every cat does. It's got some sort of smell that they like.
No,
Yeah.
cats are just dumb and they will eat anything.
We could never ever put tinsel up because our cat would never leave it alone. And yeah, chasing a cat around the house, dragging dingle balls. Isn't fun.
Hey.
You get gift wrap shit.
Yeah. I never. I guess we did have one cat for a little while. He really wasn't our cat. He was just one of the neighborhood cats that like to hang around here. Those always the dogs. I haven't seen that cat in a long time. It was a cool fucking cat. It was the only cat I kind of vibed with. Otherwise, I don't like cats.
We were a cat-free environment because my mom was allergic to cats.
Yeah. Our Great Dane Max loved that little fucker. He'd be laying on the floor and then curl up on his back. He didn't give a shit. That was cool. They'd hang around for a little while, get fed, and go sit by the door. We'd let it out, and it'd walk back into the woods.
Yeah, going to its next destination for its next free meal.
Yeah, probably.
Stray cats will beg from everybody. And everybody thinks they need fed because they're outside. They can't be hunting their own food.
Well, we really wouldn't give him food. He was weird. He'd go over and like gnaw and kind of eat our dog's food. He'd take a
Yeah.
chunk of that dog food, gnaw on it, and eat it.
Cats should have gone fairly better than that. They turn into Billy Goats.
He's a pretty cool cat. It's the only cat I really kind of vibe with. We haven't seen actually a lot of the cats that are. Our neighbor had a bunch of cats, and then when they didn't want the cats anymore, they just let them go in the neighborhood. So we had like 40 retard inbred cats running around.
Yeah, the least they could have done is fix them if they were going to turn them loose.
Yeah.
They'll keep the rodent population down, but what's bad about it is, like you said, they end up inbred. They all have deformities and end up suffering.
Yeah. And the one that would always come around here, he was definitely inbred, but he was cool. He was some weird colors though. Like his front half, he went to from orange and white to kind of gray on his ass. He was a cool cat though. But now we haven't seen any of them really around. There was a bear running around here for a little while.
Yeah, probably had cat snacks.
Black bear. Yeah. We didn't even think about that he would probably come through here till we went out one day and something had drug our trash can all the way down the hill.
Oh yeah, they'll go any place where there's free food.
Bear meat.
Yeah, he's been all over
Them
around
and the
here.
trash pandas.
Yeah, we got bears, bobcats, and then frickin' armored possums.
Yeah, we've got possums. I see the occasional turtle crossing the road, and I have to pick it up and put it somewhere in the shade, or help it across. We've got hawks. We got a coyote.
Oh, we got coyotes everywhere around here.
Got
Fucking
rabbits.
assholes.
Yeah, I got so many fucking rabbits. It's unreal.
Bubba.
And ever since them people let all them cats go, we haven't seen very many rabbits around here. Well, we got a shit ton of coyotes too. That could be an issue.
Yeah, that's a bummer, Edward. I
Man,
lost my little cat this year too.
We had one of them damn coyotes. My mom swears he was freaking stalking my mom and our dog Gracie down the street.
He probably was. They can be dangerous as hell when they get in close quarters.
He thinks it was the same one because he was stalking her when she was walking Max, and Max freaked out, wanted to go chase him. He ran
territorial.
off. Max chased him off. Max is a big old Great Dane. Daisy, she's a smaller dog, but she's a little badass.
Dangerous.
Yeah, but they ran that thing off. Gracie's our black lab, and she's a wuss. She started whining and hit on her mom, so it started walking towards her.
Yeah, coyotes are nothing to mess with. They get weird thoughts in their little heads, and they see your yard as their territory, or your whole neighborhood as their territory.
Yeah, that's how it is around here.
And they'll go after everything that's alive.
Freaking, it scared the shit out of me. I think I scared him too. I had one. I was sitting. It was probably 8 o'clock. I was sitting in the woods when I was sort of little, but not real little. I was just kind of out here in the woods fucking around, and I thought it was one of my dogs that walked up to me, and I shined my light on him, and he scared the fuck out of me. He wasn't really growling at me though. He just kind of walked up and sat in front of me. Like I could see him. I didn't realize it was a coyote until I shined the light on it. Thought it was one of our dogs.
You gotta really watch that too, because they could have rabies.
Oh yeah. I shone my light on it and I kind of yelled and he put his head down and ran off. I freaked him out too. Usually they kind of stay down in the woods. They don't come up here. That's why we kind of thought it was weird. We had one stray kind of up here following dogs and running around the backyards. Like a male that got kicked out or something of the pack.
That, or like I said, he could have been sick.
Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff around here. We got some pretty cool raccoons in the tree behind my house.
That's probably the one thing I haven't seen.
We got behind my house. There's a big hollow tree, and you'll see once in a while the big old fat mama. She'll pop her head out with a couple babies. She'll come down off the tree and stand there in the tree line, watching my mom drop like old food out behind the woods. As soon as my mom walks off, she'll come out and start eating. And we got a lot of animals around here. We had a stray dog running around here for a little while, but one of the neighbors called the cops, or not the cops, animal control, and they came and got him.
Yeah,
cool
those
dog,
raptors are nothing to mess with, Kevin. They love little dogs. They're good snacks.
Yeah.
I told you guys about that one stray cat we had out here that used to hang around. Damn hawk snatched him right off my window ledge.
Damn.
Yeah, if I wouldn't have seen it, I wouldn't have believed it. I can tell you that. This bird just snatched him off the ledge and disappeared into the sky. A couple weeks later, the cat came back. He was unharmed, and the blood on him was the bird.
Yeah, we got a lot of birds around here, too.
Yeah, you got to watch the eagles around here. They will pick off a little small dog.
Eagles, hawks, falcons.
Oh, yeah.
They'll pick up anything small and fuzzy.
In the wintertime, we got lots and lots of eagles here. And they will pick off a little poodle or chihuahua or something like that.
Yeah, we get the falcons and the hawks. Don't see too many eagles down this far.
Well, the red-tailed hawks we get are too small to go after anything bigger than a squirrel. But the eagles, they will definitely.
I only ever had one eagle I've seen around here. He was in our big ass tree we got in our yard. Just kind of sitting up in the tree. I think he was watching our dogs, but we got pretty
Probably
big dogs. Yeah, we got
doesn't
big
mean
dogs.
You're not going to take a shot at them.
Yeah. The only really big bird we will see a lot around here is we got a massive fucking owl that lives around here.
Yeah, owls will do the same thing.
Oh, yeah. We seen him one night. My mom, just before I had my truck, my mom picked me up from work, coming down our road, and the only lights on our road is porch lights and the headlights from Mom's SUV. He was just on the road. My mom's headlights caught him enough to watch him spread his wings and take off straight up. He's a big fucking owl.
Yeah, you don't realize how big they are until you see one leave from the ground.
Yeah. Hear them all the time too. Fucking hoo.
Mhm.
They're cool in the way their feathers interlock. They don't make any noise when they flap their wings.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they're one of the quietest animals.
So they're sitting on the perch and all freaking that long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a small old farm about a mile from here. They got a humongous barn. There's a bunch of owls living in there. And you
we
can
had them in
hear
our
'em.
barns too. They kept the snakes and the mice down, so we never bothered them.
Yep. And they keep the feral cats in check.
Yeah.
No, the little barn out we had weren't people.
We do not have an excess of feral cats here. The raptors take care of that. There's still some stray cats, but only the smart, quick ones.
Indoor Tahoe or regular liftgate? It's liftgate. It's okay.
Alrighty. Get my little over here.
Mothman. I don't know. It could have been a big motherfucker.
So the bird we have the most issues with around here is the black-headed buzzard, or vulture. They will take newborn calves. They will kill them.
Yeah, those things are flying freak shows, man. They'll go after anything.
Once the calf's at 2 or 3 days old, they're fine, but when they hit the newborn, sick. In fact, you can eat. Actually, if you own land, you're allowed to hunt them. There's you can get take 2 or 3 if you can show that they're attacking your cows and such. But there's no shortage of those around here either.
Yeah, that rules would put our native wolves in danger here. If people just shoot them just because they're there, not because they're getting in anything. And I mean, shit, if you put up a fucking buffet, expect other animals to come looking.
Yeah.
Your fault your shit's not secure, not the animal that's hungry.
Especially when we're taking up more and more real estate of their
Exactly.
hunting grounds. So we're getting, even here, there's been a lot of housing going up around me, and I've seen so many more wild animals coming through my yard because
Yeah.
they got nowhere else to go. I'm not gonna shunt them away or anything. You know, as long as they leave me alone, I leave them alone.
Yeah, surprisingly, where I'm at, I get more and more critters, even though we're closer to the freeway.
Well, that big bird I could probably deal with.
No, you just give him the special brownies and he'll leave you alone.
He only eats bird seed.
I don't know. He imagined some pretty interesting critters to just be eating bird seed.
He used to get his bird seed from Mr. Hooper's store.
You're not gonna share your.
Yeah, when it gets closer to Christmas every year, I put up my annual Cookie Monster Christmas cookie haul.
We do not discuss Christmas until after my birthday.
Well, I'm talking Christmas cookies, not Christmas.
Close enough.
I let the oatmeal raisin chocolate chip debate run rampant.
Home-baked cookies, don't care what kind.
Or the little butter cookies. Those are usually the three top choices: oatmeal raisin, chocolate chip,
I
and
like butter cookies.
little shortbread butter cookie things.
Yeah.
They come in a metal tin.
I make my own shortbread.
Sugar cookies, shortbread, oatmeal raisin.
Regrets it.
Cheesecake cookies, huh?
Peanut butter cookies are good. Cheesecake as a cookie? That'd be different. I like cheesecake.
Sounds good.
Supposed to be a little heavy as a cookie.
That sounds interesting. And cheesecake cookies. I guess it's got cream cheese in it and lemon. If I had this thing half done, if it wasn't for the damn IPMS guys, they're almost as anal retentive as the armor guys on airplanes.
minute past your bedtime.
I want cheesecake. Yeah, I always want cheesecake, but I can't have it. Doesn't mean I don't have it, but I'm not supposed to.
You can have small portions.
Yeah. I do the same thing. I'm not gonna stop living just because I got severe diabetes. I just don't.
As long as it's controlled and everything is in moderation, you can still have your treat once in a while.
That's what I do.
See, that's the problem. It's like I always wonder, why do they put that resealable thing on the Oreo package? Because once it's open, it ain't going back.
Go on with your bad self. That's got to be the shittiest cookie on the planet. Never liked them. When I was little, I used to eat the filling out of them and leave the cookies. And now I won't even eat the filling. They've changed how they make it.
Oreo cookies and ice cold milk. That was what?
Yeah.
Yeah, ice cold milk. Dunk it and eat it.
Not
They're good.
Oreos. Yes.
They're good in coffee too.
Ew. That's sacrilege right there.
They even wrote an article on the proper dunking times and methods for Oreo cookies.
I had a deep fried one once. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't really the.
Some things should just never be fried. I don't know who came up with that idea. Fried candy bars and shit. Come on.
Fried ice cream, though.
Bored people at the county fairs.
But yeah, fried ice cream, though, that's been around a while. That's not something that just came up out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's Casa Gallardo has been doing that for years and years and years.
I like my fried pickles, fried jalapenos.
No, don't do that to pickles. I like pickles. The way pickles are supposed to be. Crunchy and cold.
Fried Oreos are fun.
Yuck.
Yeah, they dip them in funnel cake batter and dump them in the deep fryer.
Might get you to see them sooner, but beyond that, no.
That's why I use peanut oil. I don't use vegetable oil for frying. Fried bananas.
Now, fried bananas are
I've had
good.
fried bananas, but I've had caramelized, bourbon caramelized bananas.
Oh, bananas Foster.
Is that the proper term for it? I think McDonald's, Burger King, and all of them, they're contributing to obesity. That's not fried food. Yeah, I've had a peanut butter banana sandwich. It's okay, but I prefer a peanut butter and pickle sandwich.
Ew. What is it with the pickle abuse?
It's actually pretty good, especially if it's dill
No.
pickles. Sweet pickles are pretty good, but dill is the best.
Yuck.
Why? Everybody puts peanut butter in everything these days.
Not I, said the cat. Only way you'll ever see me eat peanut butter is peanut butter cookies or the Reese's cups from the local bakery. They have a candy section. They make it all in-house. Other than that, peanut butter and I are not friends. Now, almond butter, I like almonds much better. And the only thing that goes with pickles is more pickles.
Huh?
The only thing that goes with pickles is more pickles.
More pickles.
Cheeseburgers go good with pickles.
Sometimes. I kind of really gotta want the pickle on the hamburger to go that far.
That's the only time I really eat pickles is on cheeseburgers. Eat relish on hot dogs, but
I fish them out of the jar with my bare hands and eat them like they're little snacks.
well, I do that too when I'm cooking. As I'm making the hamburger, it's like two or three go on the hamburger, and another goes in my mouth. But that's the only thing I put them on is hamburgers.
Yeah, the heart attack special, Jimmy.
Oh, bacon cheeseburger with egg on it? Yep, been there, done that.
No, peanut butter banana sandwich with bacon. The Elvis.
Yeah, that's the thing going around here now. Burger with all that mac and cheese and freaking
You
egg.
saw that video too, huh, Kevin?
For a second, I thought you were talking about the mandolin there, Kevin. Then I read it again.
Elvis's favorite food was a fried peanut butter and banana sandwich. Not hamburgers.
My mom met Elvis.
With or without bacon.
Her and a bunch of her friends went down to Memphis because they were like a fan club girls. And Elvis took them to the movies.
Cool.
Oh, hamburger turned out great.
That's it overnight. Let's see tomorrow.
Gross as that sounds, somebody may have probably done something stupid like that, Panther.
There was no
And
eBay.
there was no eBay at the time, unfortunately. But it's not so the story goes. He was found in the bathroom. He had a massive coronary because they pumped him full of drugs his whole career. Uppers to get up, downward to get down. And he gained excessive amounts of weight because of it. Yep, I remember, Kevin. I was 9 years old.
Hey, Brita.
I still have the copy of the Enquirer newspaper with Elvis on the cover in his casket. Yep, I was one of those. Like I said, I was 9, and Elvis was my grandma's favorite. We both just kind of sat there cold, and not a word came out of us, and then the waterworks just started. It was a big deal. He definitely put his mark on more than one generation of people. Very talented man that was forced into a very unhealthy lifestyle, all in the name of money.
Seems like most of our tragedies, all in the
Yep.
name of money. Oh crap! Am I muted?
Nope, I can hear you.
No.
So you heard all that banging earlier?
Yep.
Yep.
Because I forgot the camera's got a mic on it.
Kevin, a large chunk of the world did die that day. The heart fell out of music.
I'll have to remember that next time. Because I was mute. I just noticed my mic wasn't on. But you guys were hearing me, so it's got to be the one hearing me.
Yeah, there was a thing on YouTube. They took Elvis's other jet and somebody turned it into an RV.
Yeah, Jimmy did.
Cut the wheels off of it and mounted it on a frame chassis and turned it into an RV.
A tractor trailer truck. Jimmy's World. That's the name of the guy, the YouTube.
Yeah, the Elvis festivals and parties and the impersonators. It's all been a blast over the years. I was really good friends with Sherman Arnold. He was our local impersonator.
I think he paid like 200 and something $1,000 for that plane. And then they had to cut it all up, transport it here to Florida. And then
But yeah, if you want to see Sherman Arnold, there's a bunch of videos on YouTube. When he was in his like late 30s, he could do Elvis perfectly.
Good morning, Britta.
My grandma swore up and down every time she saw Sherman Arnold perform at a fair that it was exactly what Elvis sounded like.
Enjoy your walk. Yeah, he turned the plane into that to kind of to try to recoup his money so that he can rent it out to people, say that they
It
could
wasn't too bad, Jimmy.
Stay in something that was owned by Elvis Presley.
But yeah, Mr. Sherman Arnold, he lived in. He's actually from North Carolina, Rutherfordton, North Carolina, I think it was. Yeah. He lives here in Monroe, Michigan.
Well, I suppose I'm going to go watch catch up on some YouTube videos and have some ice cream before the night's out.
Yeah, we go about 15 more minutes, and I'm gonna shut her down.
Yeah. I'll
Done.
catch you guys later in the next one.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be on 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock on Thursday before Mike's show.
6 to 8. Okay.
Yeah, Eastern time.
I'll try to get in. I haven't been on some of the shows because I haven't been feeling good. So.
This show starts at 8 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah. I could have swore he did his last 2 shows on Wednesday because I watched both of them.
He may have. I just know when I saw the thing on Facebook.
Yeah, I didn't even look at the. I
Then when he was on here, he said Thursday.
I didn't even check to see what day it said. I just saw who they were having for a host.
Left Coast models.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, Paul from Left Coast. So, which will be cool. I mean, all right. All right then. Later, guys.
All right, night, Norm.
Night, everybody in the chat.
Yeah, rolling into show season. I think next week I'm gonna try to remember. I'm gonna print up all the IPMS rules for judging and kind of go over those a little bit. I think people would find that interesting, but don't follow it. What things that to look for. What things you'll get dinged for, and what stuff like that. What you can and can't do for different classes and stuff like that. Like what you can do for box stock and what you can't do on box stock and things like that. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we're right on the Phantom. I got gluing the fuselage together. I'm going to work on that seam tomorrow, maybe Thursday. I have to do both the upper and lower ones because I'm going to put it in flight. The Blue Angel is going to be a high alpha tech thing. To work on those and get the wings mounted, get the canopy put on so that we can start thinking about painting. Thanks, Edward. Yeah, some competition rules don't make sense and whatnot, but a lot of them do. But you hear people complain about their why their model didn't win, or I don't care if mine do or don't. I'm be honest, but there are people that do, and so we'll go over that, and it helps you build a little better models, I think, too. When you're looking for those things when you're building. Like for years and years and years, I never would worry about this seam across the top of the fuselage. I'd make it even so that one side wasn't proud over the other one, but I didn't care if it was there. I just painted over it. But now as my my level of building has gone up, and my expectations of myself have gone up. That can't not do that, not clean that up. Which is hard to do on an old kit because it has raised details on it instead of recessed. Because if it's got recessed ones, anything you sand off, you can always scribe back in. But when it's raised, once it's gone, it's gone. Unless you want to go down the road of rescribing everything. Sand the whole thing flush and then rescribe everything, which is a pain in the butt. Been there, done that, but it sucks. So we got that ready to work. We'll work on the seams either tomorrow or Thursday. And same thing on the wings. I got them glued up. We'll work on cleaning up the leading edges and the trailing edges and make sure they're all nice and clean. And then once these are both the seams are cleaned up, then we can put it together. Actually, I'll probably start painting because this part back here is all titanium and burnt metal color. So I'll probably work on this back section, get it the way I want it, and then mask it off and paint the rest of it. And we still got to paint the missiles because we put missiles on them on the Blue Angels. I had the sparrows on there. They were just there for looks, but they did have them. Yeah, you're very welcome, Edward. Gives me somebody to talk to too because I'm stuck at home all the time. I was talking to my mom is like talking to a 5-year-old sometimes, because the dementia is getting to that point where she just asks you the same question 20 times over. So
Kind of sounds like some of my days.
I'm going to took her shopping today. I know, but in a half hour it took to go to the store. She opened up her purse at least 30 times to look in it to see if she had money in her debit card. It's her short-term memory that she's failing. This gives me somebody to talk to besides her.
You need to get a break from that.
Yeah, I finally got my brothers and sisters to come by. One of them comes by every day and get her to take her meds, so I don't have to fight with her. Because when they do it, she doesn't fight with them. If I do it,
Yeah.
hey, because I'm here, then
I don't get the fight really, but I get the stompy, petulant child attitude.
yeah. Well, she takes so many pills that my sister-in-law, who's a nurse, goes through them all and packages them out. This one's for morning, this one for this day, and she bitches because because I'm a grown-up woman, I can take my own pills. I said, no, Mom, you can't. Otherwise, we wouldn't have to do this.
Right.
Gets more pissed off, and
Yeah.
so I don't even want to deal with that part anymore. So they all come. The different one comes every day of the week, and she doesn't get mad because then she's like, "Oh, I get to see him, talk to him for 20 minutes." And they get done to do her pills, and it doesn't. She doesn't fight with them over it. She does me.
I don't even have that luxury. I'm stuck with what I'm stuck with.
And she's got to take her injection once a week, and she's bitches about that every time. And
Yeah, well, Dad's on insulin, so we're 4 times a day poking him, and he takes a handful of vitamins and a blood pressure pill in the morning.
well, she takes about 20 pills a day.
Yeah, we're not on the poison plan. We're on the standard set of extra vitamins in his blood pressure.
Yeah, well, that's about half of them are vitamins that she takes. Yeah, not probably 10 or 8, 9 or 10 of them are vitamin supplements that she takes because she won't eat right. All she wants to eat is freaking sugar.
It's hard to get him to eat the way he should be eating. Like today, he actually, when I said, "Hey, what sounds good for dinner?" I actually got an answer.
That's the one advantage of taking her shopping, because she always wants to go to Arby's, so I buy her 4 roast beef sandwiches. And I know that at least for 2 days she will eat something besides bananas or grilled cheese sandwiches. Cookies.
Oh, that's a bad combination there.
Well, they don't show them together, but I mean. So, or bagels. Blueberry bagels. So I get her to eat. She wanted to. About the only time she'll eat meat is if I take her to Arby's. So. Yes, boys and girls, we are there. It is now 10 o'clock Eastern time.
11 o'clock.
Or 11 o'clock. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock here. So we'll be back on Thursday unless something comes up at 6. I'll be on from 6 to 8 and then Mike's Chill will come on after that. So we will see you on the next one, guys.
Alrighty. Night, everybody.